look at it. Okay.
What's your email?
Oh, I will write it. Okay. Will you share it to like Drive?
In theory, it was shared to you.
Yeah, it's here. Okay.
Also, congrats on your NLC win streak, man.
Thank you. It's looking better. Slowly but surely.
I saw your mid laner had the interview about Lissandra, and it was funny because he was like saying how like it's a free game if I'm on Lissandra, and I was like, I agree, but like remember when I think it was Caps said back to Lissandra duty to Jensen or whatever.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was funny.
Lissandra is quite a broken champ in my opinion.
Mm, yeah, she's super broken.
Okay. So I assume you're not gonna play support a lot. So we will
No,
only.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
definitely not support.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I was like trying to figure out if I wanted to play like as like my secondary pick, like if I wanted to play Zillion or somebody else. And like Zillion is cool, but he's a little too like non-interactive in lane for me.
Yeah,
Like
he's
I like, yeah,
AFK in lane.
yeah.
He's really oppressive, but he's like really on cooldowns, chilling.
I don't really know how to like. I can't lane with him, and I feel like I don't really like letting go of the wheel and letting my team kind of carry me. Like it was pretty easy because like when I would win with Zillion, I was just like link up with jungler and like
Yeah,
just
that's
speed him up, revive and stuff like that. But
yeah. That's basically how it works with Cillian.
yeah.
Just chill and run around with your jungle, and you have a free win.
Mm.
I'm just gonna check this first. Well, not this, but your runes in general and a bit of your build. I mean, we already talked about builds,
Mm.
but yeah, I think this build seems good, and I think that these runes are all good. I mean, you could go Scorch if you think you heavy
Mm.
outscale, but I think it doesn't really matter that much. You're not gonna poke fifth insanely hard out of lane with a Scorch or without it, so it's kind of
Yeah.
whatever. I think gathering is better. So yeah, the build
I
is also fine.
I tried in the most not the Ryze game, but the most recent Oriana game that I won. I skipped Seraphs and pretty
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean here you
good.
also skipped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better to skip it now, in my opinion. I mean, it depends on the comps, right? I think that on this game it's full one-shot comp against full one-shot comp, so
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
pure damage is it's really good. You could try to go Sonias. Depends on if you think you are losing the game, then you go more damage. If you feel like you're winning the game, then you go for Sonias, right? Because if you're winning, then you
Okay.
just want to survive, and if you're losing, then you want to one-shot someone.
Right.
Okay, you're against the Joan. I mean, I think armor is really bad because Joan has a
Okay.
lot of mixed damage and true damage, and Gragas is full magic damage. So yeah, I don't like armor. I would always go HP.
Okay.
Uh, the runes are fine. I think this is kind of whatever. Like, can be
Mm.
this, can be like full scaling with conditioning. Doesn't really
Mm.
matter. Both are fine. The issue with this is that Joan can use W and hit you pretty reliably because your E range and auto range are basically in
Right.
the W range. But yeah, it's
If my dog gets annoying, just let me know.
no, it's fine, don't worry. It's just like a really far away sound.
Okay.
uh, I am not sure if you want to go tier. I mean, it's fine. But I think that on these matchups you could go for the Lost Chapter Rush, and then you just like go tier later.
Okay. So when you say Lost Chapter Rush, you mean the Mana Crystal start?
Yeah. Oh wait, sorry. No, you're not going. Yeah, of course you're playing Rice. No, my bad.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's
of
okay.
course. Yeah. You're gonna play this. Nah,
I
it's fine.
actually I've been trying to do some reading about Ryze, and some people say that Everfrost or like Crown is better, and I think they're crazy. Is that wrong?
I mean, I think that Everfrost has its games. I think Crown can have its games, but in general, Road of Ages is just better with Seraphs.
Okay, cool.
And if you have to like always just go one build, I will always go Raw.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that Everfrost against like a lot of slow mobility melee champs, it's good. But nowadays
Okay.
there are not many slow,
Yeah.
no mobility champs in the game. And Crown is just like when they have absolutely no poke, but just like full hard all in, like Samira, Blitzcrank, Thief, Nocturne team, where they are just like one-shotting and they have no way of popping it. But yeah, I said like nowadays in the game it's really hard to face one comp like that. So yeah, I think Road of Ages is just the best.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm still not sure if you can start with like the Sapphire Crystal and then you rush the Catalyst. I'm not sure if it would be worth. I know it was worth before. Now with the Catalyst nerf, I am not so sure.
Yeah.
But it's. I think this is better, obviously, than starting with the Doran Spring. So I like it. But let me check it. If like, wait, what's the name? Maybe I have it here. Fuck, it's not here. What was Nemesis names? Do you remember?
It was like Clear Love Fan or
Yeah,
Clear
but
Love.
that's like the secondary account.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's playing more on this account. Yeah, see, I like it.
Okay.
I think it's good. That you start with, yeah, because it allows you to start with refillable, right? That's the main point. But it also allows you to like sometimes get the full catalyst on the first reset, so that's also really good. Catalyst is insane on Ryze. You stack tier insanely fast. So yeah, I would try to go for the Fire Crystal start on this game.
Okay.
But yeah, the rest is all fine. The build is whatever. I don't think Morello is worth this game. I mean, they have some healing. If no one on your team gets anti-heal, then sure, go for it, because
Yeah, that's the only reason I got it.
yeah, they would probably have here, and then obviously Gwen, and then obviously Bane will always have, so it's fine. But you should try to like write in chat, Shaco, can you get it? And if he says no, then you get it, whatever. Okay, you're top lane this game. Oh, you're sub. Oh, you're mid lane, I guess.
Yeah, I was mid lane. Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird. Yeah, I was definitely mid lane.
Okay. I think against Nico, this is a bit too like greedy. She's still a really strong laner. I think you should go just with like a refillable start and play to like full push and lose HP and mana and reset faster. Because if you play with this aside like 3 minutes, you reset, right? I mean, I don't know what happened. Probably you like killed or you got a gank or something. But even if you don't get like a help on the lane and you don't kill, it's pretty hard to play a long lane here because of how broken Nico Q is.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I could do that. The other option you have is like starting with Corruption Potion and doing the same. It's better lightning. It's just you are not getting the Sapphire start. I think both are fine.
Right.
That's more like how do you think the game is going? Like, for example, if this is like a full clear jungle and this is like a more aggressive jungle, I think you always go for like the Corruption Potion start, because you cannot like crazy push. Like imagine this is Rek'Sai, for example. If you're pushing like crazy, you're just gonna die, you know. So if you're gonna like allow the enemy to push you into the lane and you're just gonna like play a bit safer, then for sure Corruption is better, because you're just gonna hard push once the third wave is there. So if you're playing safety early game, then third wave you just like spam EQ, and then reset.
Okay.
So So yeah, I think this is too greedy, and I don't think you should be able to live with this.
Mm-hmm.
But like you're gonna be able to live, of course, but you're gonna need to like use your both potions on the first resell, like first laning phase, right before resting,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're gonna waste another 150. So it's like you're losing 100 gold for something that, like with refillable, it's basically the same. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just start refillable and not with tier. And here, Oriana, I think this is fine. I mean, depends on how you play this game, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think when I see this game, I think that Kha'Zix is not gonna gank a lot mid lane because he's gonna want to like full clear.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he will always like look on mid on specific timers. Sure, like you have a lot of um, kill potential on yourself. Like the enemy Syndra has a lot of gank setup, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I would expect Kha'Zix not to like perma look on mid. I would expect him to go mid more than any lane, but not a lot. No, like I would expect
Mm-hmm.
him to 1v1 the enemy, the like our jungle a lot.
Okay.
So if you think you're gonna need to have your pressure to help your jungle, then I think this is fine, going for the MR and cookies and everything. But then you should also go for Scorch.
Okay.
And if you think you're not gonna like, if you're scared of yourself, I think you shouldn't be scared of yourself. I think you should be scared of your jungle. So if you want to
Mm-hmm.
help your jungle, I think this is good, but with Scorch and just like perma fist fight on mid lane and force Kha'Zix to look on mid instead of looking on enemy jungle.
Okay.
Uh, and if you think this is low willow, or enemy jungle is not gonna invade, I'm just gonna be farming chilling, then this is fine, but I would probably go HP because I don't think
Mm-hmm.
Syndra has the damage to force you that hard on this lane.
Okay.
Because you like play with it, you know, you just perma shield
Mm-hmm.
yourself and you play slow. But yeah, if you're gonna go for Mercury's, try to rush it. Like even if you like don't get your lost chapter, just rush it, because the later you
Okay.
get it, the worse value it's gonna have. So
Okay.
I would try
Mm-hmm.
to rush it because you should not get a lot of mana problems on this lane.
Mm-hmm.
Before like Syndra has a bit of trade power, you are not gonna have an issue, right? You should be like having the push in the early game with Q spam and autos and everything.
Okay.
Uh, and then once she has more power and she like WQs, one shot swag wave and those things, you are not gonna get push, or you're not gonna like get favorable trades. So then
Mm-hmm.
you're just gonna chill and mainly like auto and do some Qs, but not a lot. So then at that point, the mana is not that important, and your TP, if you go for it, which I think you should this game, yeah, you go for it. It's probably just like gonna cover your weaknesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, one thing already looking at this, I see
Mm-hmm.
that you have insanely low like CS per minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is fine, but it's the only game where it's fine. Like
Right.
5.7, 7, 5, 5.8,
Mm-hmm.
like 4.6 is insanely low, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6.8, 6,
Mm-hmm.
like this is really bad. You should have way, way, way more farm.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, that's already something that we will try to look at. Okay, so when you see this, what are your like main thoughts?
Um. So I that's kind of what I was hoping that you would help me with, because I feel
Mhm.
like, so I kind of like know that with Rise you're like you can team fight, but you kind of want to like set up flanks and stuff, right? Like be in the side lane and then like realm warp or teleport to a fight and things like that.
Mhm.
Because I didn't really have like a ball deliver, so like my plan was I was gonna like do Rise things in lane, maybe get ganks, maybe whatever, and then just like go to a side lane and try to like exert pressure there, because I felt like I could beat any of them in a 1v1. If it was just like straight side lane, I was going to be able to win. So my plan was to get out of lane and then side lane, and yeah, I think we have a better team comp, but Koglulu's OP, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, Koklulu is pretty OP.
Yeah.
I think this game is pretty good, like Victor or Oriana or Annie or those things game.
Okay.
Control Mage, just because, as you said, this is OP, and with
Mhm.
Ryze, you're never gonna get in range. He's just
Okay.
gonna, like, if you're here and he's here, he autos, you
Mhm.
die. Like, you're trying to
Mhm.
walk on him, yeah, sure, you are dead before you get
Right.
to him. With Oriana, you can, like, be here, your ball is here, if he tries to walk up, you're just, like, nuking him. You have a
Right.
lot of zone control, right? Like, this is full zone control team. So
Mhm.
Oriana was better than Ryze in this spot.
Okay.
Um, I understand what I told you, like the if you don't have a ball delivery, then don't go for her.
Mhm.
But you also need to think like Ryze is really short ranged, so if you need
Right.
some control, then Oriana is better, right?
Mhm. Like, if it wasn't Cog, would Rice still be a good pick?
Depends. If it's like Aphelios, for example, it's fine. If it's like Lucian, it's fine. If it's like
Mhm.
I don't know those mid-range jumps, it's fine.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
if they have like I don't know Jinx or Kog'Maw as they have, or like even Ashe with lethal tempo, or like
Mhm.
Caitlyn, I don't think you can play Ryze in this game.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay, so the first thought you should have is how do you want to play the lane? These are just like I wanna ask you those things just because I know you're not
Mhm.
good with Ryze, so I want to see what you think and how you like imagine the lane going.
Mhm.
So yeah, how do you think the lane will go this game?
Uh, I I think I would get shoved in, early until like lucidity or something, and then you can like start to play more for lane. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
think, like you said, I really shouldn't die to a gank here unless I get like Nico snared, I guess. Um, but I think like early I lose, later I win.
Okay. So how do you imagine the like this is all things you need to know like level 1,
Mhm.
level 2, level 3 and then first reset.
Mhm.
Like how do you imagine all those things?
Okay. Level 1, lose. Prize level 1 booty.
Hmm. So like
Level.
sure lose, but in what way? Like what do you think is gonna happen? Like do you need to be specific on these things? Because I want to
Okay.
know how much you understand Rise, so we can like
Okay.
move faster.
My goal at level 1 is to just stack mana flow with E. Like against melee, I take W. Against ranged, I take E, and I just try to like farm until level 2. And then if it's against like melee, you can kind of like bully them a bit more. But I wasn't gonna try to trade like at all with Nico early. Just stack mana flow, manage wave.
Mhm. Okay. I don't know what is this. Oh, this is the ultra. Okay. Uh, the main point, right, on W or E
Mhm.
start is that they both have the same range,
Mhm.
so you can really go for whatever you want. I
Mhm.
think on this lane, W is probably better than E.
Okay.
Like it has more cooldown, sure, a way more long cooldown.
Mhm.
Um, but it doesn't really matter. You just want to like W and then walk away mainly.
Okay.
I think you can start E. That's fine. But yeah, like both are the same basically on this lane because you're not gonna use E on the wave. You're not gonna do anything.
Okay.
Okay. So start E. It's fine. I just prefer W, but E is also fine. And then what else?
Mhm.
Like look to mana flow here, sure. What else?
Yeah. And then like just kind of keep the wave like on my side if I can, and chill until level 2.
Okay. Um, that's a bit like general, right? You can say this on
Mhm.
basically every matchup. What I want you to think on the loading screen is, well, first of all, do what I did, like literally just come here and do this and search Nico, and then like if you
Mhm.
search Nico, you're gonna see like Q has like was nerfed, so now she has like longer cooldown. I'm not sure what cooldown she has after the nerf. I think it's like 7 or something. 9 to
Mhm.
7. Okay, it was 7 perma before, and now it's 9 to 7. So yeah, you need to know this because it's obviously pretty important, right?
Mhm.
She has a lot of range, like you see, she's gig outranging you. She has like 1k range. So the way you should think about, obviously, like looking at wiki is not everything, but it gives you a lot of information. So what you should think is, okay, she has more range, right? She should have comment and scorch. Even if she has electrocute, she should have scorch. So yeah, assume she has scorch unless you see like secondary runes and she doesn't have the blue.
Sorcery.
Yeah, sorcery. But yeah, assume she has scorch because she's insane scorch abuser.
Okay.
And think that she has like more damage than you, right? Because she has electrocute, so you can't extend trade. You can like E auto E because she just procs it. And she also should have less seed than you if you go W. If you go E, you have less, but as said, it doesn't matter because you cannot do long trades. So she basically has all these things. And she also has AoE, which you don't.
Okay.
So the way you should think about this lane is, okay, she has poke on me, she has push on me, she has complete lane control. Like, she's like the queen of the lane, you know? She controls everything.
Yeah.
So your first thought should be, okay, I mean, with electric it is better, as I said, but if she has comment, then it's way worse. So your thought should be, okay, I'm not gonna lose HP, I'm just gonna trade my HP for farm. That's it.
Okay.
You don't gonna like make your wave be on your side. You don't wanna do anything because if you're fighting for the wave, right, you're gonna lose a lot of HP, and that's really fact. I don't want to tell you yet why I think Ryze losing HP on the early game is worse than basically any other mage. Because I want you to like keep saying what you think about level 2 and level 3. So yeah. Then level 2.
I think level 2 is more the same of what you said. I think like I need all 3 spells to like have a chance to trade back onto her. So she's got, I guess the CC would be same because I could go W at level 2 and she can go root. So I guess like I would say I have the advantage if jungler is here because point and click, but other than that, I think the lane is the same, and I'm still gonna try and like she still should stomp me. So I would just try to play for level 3, not lose HP, etc.
Okay. And then level 3.
I think level 3, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think level 3 is when you can like kind of start like trading back on people with Ryze because you get Q. And so I think like if she uses like an ability on the wave, like then maybe I can look to trade back on, or not trade back, but like put damage on her. Like if she does an ability and like you hit QEQ, that's pretty good because then you phase rush away.
Okay. Now the tricky part about Ryze W versus E is that if you go E level 1, you can go E into Q, and then I believe it's E. It used to be E, maybe with the Ryze changes of like the passive, it changed, but I am not like 90% sure. You can do EQE, because then you have a lot more wave clear, right? Like level 2E, it's insane AoE with shorter cooldown and more damage. So then, if you want to have a lane where like you lose level 1, and then you win on level 3, or you can push, you don't need to actually win, just need to push, right? Then E into Q into E, it's really good.
Okay, awesome.
There are a lot of lanes where you can't do this. For example, against Orianna, right? You cannot do this. Against like I don't know. I mean, there are not that many lanes. Nico is probably another of those. And then I think Seraphine, and that's about it. You can do this just because Orianna and Nico will push you so hard on lane and will like trade on you so hard that it's really hard for you to actually be able to like end up pushing the wave, right?
Right. But like you don't need EQE versus like Victor or something.
No, I mean against those you can do EQE and shove. I mean, Maybe I explained myself wrong. Let me rephrase it. Okay, so you start W on matchups you win. So you start mana flow
Okay.
and you slow them, and you can like W auto them and kite back, or like just W and then run back again, like against Joan, against I don't know, like any weak lane, like LeBlanc for example. You can also start
Kali
W.
and stuff.
Yeah, Akali, like any melee and a lot of weak mages in the early game, you start W.
Okay.
And then on the lanes you lose, you can start W or E. If you lane against Victor, for example, right? What does Victor like? What is Victor power on in lane?
He's like insane level 1.
Okay. And his level 2 is also really strong, and even his level 3, 4, and 5 can be strong if he does like Q into E into E into Q, like just not maxing W at all until level 7.
Right.
So her like Victor lane is really strong because he's traits. Okay. Victor has no wave clear. 0.
Right.
He's really bad on wave clear. If he uses E on wave, he's using 70 mana for sure a bit of damage on wave, but it's useless because he has like 12 seconds cooldown, right? So he only pushes because he like takes your HP and the minions go on him.
Right.
So then he has push. So on Ryze, what you do is you wait for level 2. You start with the E, level 1, and then you go Q, level 2, and then on Q, level 2, you start playing more aggressive on lane. You don't go on him, you just go on wave, like perma EQ. Level 3, you go again E, and then you have way more wave clear than him.
Okay.
So this is what will happen on a lot of Ryze lane, and that's what I said, that losing HP on Ryze early game is really fucked, and that's why you need to go for potions, like Corruption Potion or like Refillable are usually the best starters for Ryze, because you will lose HP for push. This is what makes Ryze a really strong and competitive champ. The fact that most champs, okay, either like have like traits, like short cooldowns or whatever. Like for example, Victor Q is pretty short cooldown. It's really, really strong for traits. But they don't have wave clear, right?
Right.
Ryze has a really weak laning phase, but with insane wave clear. So this is what makes him OP, if you are good enough on him. Cool. You just don't lose HP on the early game, or like you lose a bit, right? And then level 2 and level 3, you are insanely strong pushing back.
Okay.
That's why you have so little matchups that you hard lose. Like Orianna is one, Nico is the other, and other than this, there are like, I mean, ADCs on mid, right? Like Ezreal or Kai'Sa or those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are really few mages that have the power to hold you in lane. It's really hard for any other mage to just like push as hard as you do and trade on you as hard as you do on them if they want you to do a trade.
Okay. Would you say Ryze is blind pickable?
I mean, on solo queue you can, for sure. On competitive, for sure not.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, like, the main strength of Ryze is his laning phase and his scaling. Because he has an insanely strong wave clear on the early game, so his laning phase is always like fine. I mean, Thix is also a big problem for Ryze, I forgot it. But Thix is also a big problem because of the other things, right?
I'm sorry, what was that part you said?
Like Thix is really...
Oh, 6, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Thix is probably the worst matchup for you. Okay. Like Bel'Koth is also fact, but Bel'Koth it's like one trick, so it's not that bad.
Right.
But Thix is really fact.
Okay.
But yeah, the only issue, right, this champ has is range. Like that's the only thing that actually counters him. So on solo queue, usually you are not scared of the enemy having range because everyone plays assassins or short range, or they are not good enough, so they are not on tempo, or they are not good, so you will just flank. So on solo queue, I think Ryze is really good. On competitive, I don't think so. They go Aether, they go Orianna, they go Thix, they go Jace, they go Maokai, you know? Like, you can't play. But on solo queue, yeah, just you can blind pick him if you want, and 99% of the people won't actually counter you.
Okay, cool.
So yeah. Okay. So you know how I see the level 1, 2, and 3 on Ryze. Now, on this game, in specific, right? She has Ignite, so she has no TP. This is really, really good for you. As long as you play the lane slow and you just use your TP, you should be able to survive the lane for sure.
Okay.
So, what you should do this lane is play a really slow level 1, level 2, and then level 3, see how the lane went.
Okay.
Sometimes she will crash level 2 and then try to crash again on the 4th wave, right? So she crashes 2nd wave and then she crashes away again on 4th wave and she trades on you Burma. If this happens, you will probably need to reset on 4th wave and TP back, and then she will have no mana and you will be full mana, full HP, and you will have like refillable and maybe tier if you farmed well, maybe boots if you didn't, but yeah, depends. So that's really good for you. That's like the best option you have. If she does like just 1, 2, 3 waves, crash on your tower and then play slow and play on the bounce back, then it's a bit harder. But it's completely fine. Like you shouldn't have a lot of issues. The main issue this lane is if you get low and she E, Q, Ignite, then you're dead.
Right.
That's why you need to play slow on the first level, and then the second level, like you play slow the level 1, so you are obviously like gonna be behind on the level 2, so you also play slow level 2, and you just react what she does.
Okay.
So yeah, let's put this. I think this is not bad, this game, but it can be bad. You are not covering this at all. No one on your team.
Okay.
Like if your team is inting, like this is obviously int, right? Like your team is 2 people on bush dancing and then 1 on river.
Right.
These 2 guys are having fun. They are having a party, but it's useless. So if they int, at least you try to come here.
Right. Okay.
What this does is that this allows the enemy team to do like this type of invader, right? Like they go through mid lane and then suddenly they appear on Seraphim's face because the wall covers them. But yeah, that's like this, you know. So
right.
Yeah, if your jungle is here, you're doing good being here up on the lane. If your jungle is not here, then just go on cover.
Okay.
And the other thing that happens a lot is that mid laners play mid lane as if they were like 1v1. Level 1, you are not 1v1. Level 1, if they have Morgana, Morgana will be here waiting. And the moment you are here, she just woke up, autos, procs glacial, and then Qs, and you flash.
Okay.
So you cannot go further than like this. Like you're just on the line. 1 pixel more against some champs. Obviously, this game they have no CC, right? Like you can be here and you just like walk away. But some games you cannot be like here.
Okay.
Yeah, you are also dancing.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, when you're saying the dancing thing, I was like, ah, crap.
Yeah, classic level 1 dancing.
My bad.
Nah, it's fine, it's fine. Like everyone does these things. It's just that game starts on the second number 10. So I start playing the game on second number 10. Okay. What is happening right now? You have 2 options, right? This depends on how you see the lane. I think this lane you're doing good. Because it's impossible to like do anything else. But since you have E, if she has TP, I think you could try to play more aggro, and you will have like 2 to 3 autos advantage, right? Because if you look at this, wave is coming.
Yeah, she's not there.
Yeah, you need to respect that Nico can be this, by the way. So this is already a bit int. You need to wait. There are 2 things you can do. Obviously, like just stand here, and once you see the 3 creeps, you walk up. And the other thing is pressing tab, like O. So you see the every jump, right? If Nico shows like missing, she's not a minion. If Nico doesn't show a missing, so she's like her image here, then she is the minion.
Okay.
Like if you don't see Nico anywhere here or here or here, and she's not on mid lane, and on the tab says Nico is here, she is a minion.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, standing still, it's really bad because she could be this minion. You still don't see the 4th minion, and then she has like use.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, this is already bad. But as I said, when you see this, if this is not Nico, you can, or like you're pressing tab, right? You are seeing that this is not Nico, because here it is the missing on Nico, like on the tab. You can start autoing this, and then you will have like 2 to 3 autos of fleet. So then, even though Nico has a stronger level 1, you already have a bit of like an advantage, and you have E, so you have pretty good like a push. So that you could try to gain push. This game I wouldn't do it because she has Ignite, so level 2, if Viego wants to come, you are just dead. So I would never do it. But no, other, like, especially against other champs, or if like they have TP, I think you can consider this.
Okay.
Keep in mind that TP also means they can like you TP and then they do the same, so they can like lock you, right? So be careful on how hard you trade.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, that's good. You're matching autos. That's really good. That's really bad. Okay. This is really good. Like you want to be the lane to be here, right?
Right.
If you have 5, like if she has 5, how many minions do you want to have?
4.
4. Okay.
So it keeps pushing to my side.
Okay, you don't want her to hard push. She will push, right? But the ideal situation is this. If she has 5, you have 5.
Okay.
Do you understand why? Like, if not just like, do you understand why you want to be like even, like 5 against 5?
So the wave doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, but like the main issue is that the wave is even, so you are both gonna get level 2 at the same time, and she's not gonna be like poking you, right? If you're here on the wave and then she Qs, she's gonna hit you on the wave. But if she's not hitting the wave nor you, and you have like 5 against 5, then you're both level 1, then you're both level 2, and then you're like near full HP. The issue is when you're standing on the wave, she Qs you and the wave, and then she's pushing, she's getting your HP, and then you're like, you know, getting fucked.
Okay.
So this, what you do here, it's really good. You don't auto, and now when she autos, you auto. She's obviously really bad. She should be walking forward. Like, she has 1k range. She should be spamming the Q. But yeah. And now, I mean, I think your auto should be faster, right? Now she has 1 auto faster than you, so you're pretty slow. But this is so bad. Okay.
Okay.
First of all, you got in Q range. She's like silver or something, so she doesn't kill you. She's like scared of a level 1 Ryze when she's Nico with electrocute. Doesn't make sense, obviously. So you should never do this. I believe you should start W, so she has a harder time hitting you, or like if she comes and autos you, you W her, so then your minions hit her more.
Okay.
That's why I think W is better than E on this lane, because you will never get the bounce back on level 3.
Okay.
But like, the main issue is that you're using mana to push this minion, which is not gonna die. This minion is gonna die faster. You stopped autoing, so now you're behind on the push. And do you know how the lanes push harder or slower?
More casters, right?
I mean, more minions in general, yes. But if you have 5 minions against 5 minions, and this minion is this HP. Okay, so let me say it differently. You have 6 against 6, right? Your total number of minions have, let's say, 75% HP. And her number of minions have 75% HP. Now, the thing is, let's say these 3 casters here are like this HP, right? And these are like this HP. And then your minions are full HP here, but this is this HP, and then these are this HP. Who will push faster?
Her.
Okay. She pushes faster because she hits her minion, then this dies, then it's 6v5, and all the damage here is useless, right?
Okay.
That's why you don't want to hit this. You always want to be hitting this, so you match the push.
Okay.
On some lanes, you want to hit this so the creeps go up, right? So then you can pull the wave, and if you trade, then you're closer to your minions, and so the enemy team, like the enemy champion, gets more damage. Some waves you want to like do 2 autos here and then 1 here, because you do like a second wave crash into warding the enemy jungle and then coming back. There are a lot of different outlanes. But when you're matching like this, when you're trying to make the wave even, just auto the first minion you have, so you are the same push. If you auto this minion and she autos this minion, and then she changes and she autos this one, you keep autoing this one.
Okay.
Because if you have push for free, you're happy. Like you're full HP, you're gonna get level 2 faster than her, and you're just gonna be able to push and then reset.
Okay.
If she ints, just keep pushing this and this and this.
Okay.
So yeah, this is a really bad E. Sure, you get your mana flow. I don't care. Like it's 25 mana. You shouldn't care. It's useless. And now you should be a bit like slower on the push. So yeah, as you see now, she has more push. Again, she's inting so bad. Like she has not used one single Q on the game. Like she does this Q here. She misses the minion and she uses Q. This is so bad for her. Now you have like 9 seconds where you can actually play, right? So now you should be autoing non-stop and trying to walk up a bit. Like keeping in mind your like timer, right? So try to walk up, and now you can E here to hit her for your like E. You don't have mana flow, I don't care, just E. You have like better push, and you're gonna zone her a bit. This is so illegal. She has no Q, and she's walking up to last hit, and you're giving it. Like you're walking back. Should always be forwards, right? You can E, you can auto. Like if she gets this creep, you should E auto her. You get the like this HP, and then you just go back.
Okay.
Sure, you just like get 100, but you're already getting some HP. Because the push, you already lost it here. When you stop autoing, you already lost the push. But yeah, this is good. You're trying to get it back, but as you see, you will not get it back if she's good. She's not autoing anymore, so now you have a chance of getting it back. But see how much autos you're giving, like how much, like maybe you did like, I don't know, 6 autos more than her. And look, the push is still even. Like she has lower HP on 2 minions than you do. So this is why having the same amount of minions or more is OP. You have to use 6 more autos than her, just because she autoed 1 minion and you autoed 2.
Yeah.
So I think it's very clear how she now has the level 2 for free.
Yeah.
She like completely inted again. She didn't out on 20 years, and yet you are at the same level at the same time when you are using way more ease and way more like autos. But yeah, this is fine. This is really good. You are pushing a lot. That EQ is also fine. You're now matching the push. Okay, you need to be really scared of these things, right? Like this is fine. Like this going back and forth, it's really good because you're like her Q range is like this, okay? And it's like this. It's really long. So you coming here and here, it's really good. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. But what you do here, it's really bad. She should always Q when you're doing this animation. Always.
Okay.
She can hit you and the creep at the same time. Or at least you. Like you for sure. If you wanted to push, you should have already pushed. If you want to not push, then sure, do what you did, but better. But now you can't push. Like this is so illegal. She should always like try to E you, or at least Q. Like Q for sure. Q's free here.
Right.
If I was her, I would say, okay, walk up, Q, and then try to E if you try to trade back on her, right? So if you're here, she Qs and walks up. If you walk back, sure, she's already like pushing the wave, she's winning, and she got your Q, like the Q and you. If you trade back, she is, the Q hits 3 times, and she procs electrocute.
Okay.
So you are inting here. She should always get like 200 of your HP. Yeah. She autos, but she doesn't Q, which is obviously terrible for her. So yeah, it's like she's playing so bad this. But now you have a really good chance. Now your goal is crush this. Like push hard as fuck and just crush. You're full mana.
Can I?
Yeah, go.
I have a question about that. So I saw Viego's missed or whatever. So wouldn't crashing be bad since we know he's nearby?
No, because he should always be on Raptors. Like if Viego does this and ganks you through here, he's hinting, no?
Sorry, I mean like because once I start crashing the wave, he'll have time to go
Yeah, to come here.
be on Raptors and yeah.
Yeah, but your Gragas is also here, and he's going here.
Okay.
Like, look at your Gragas. Your Gragas did camp in Chain Bait, right? Do you remember what I said on the other game? Like, when you have these Jacks and he has Kha'Zix? Do you remember what I said here? You want to play really aggressive, because then the enemy jungle wants to look on you instead of on your jungle, right?
Okay. Right. Okay.
Now this is the other way around. You're playing really aggressive because your jungle wants to be aggressive. So if you have push, you can both go and invade him.
Right. Okay.
If your Gragas is here, then yeah, of course you're not gonna push, right? Because if you push, then your Gragas is farming and you die.
Right.
But your Gragas is coming, so you really want to push this as fast as possible.
Okay.
One thing that is important here is you push and then leave. You don't push and commit. What you do by pushing this hard is you make this 1 versus 1. Your Gragas is taking it, so he does his things. You don't care. And then you just hard push and then reset. And you come back to the lane. And since you're full HP, you probably can like get a tier if you did the good start, right? And this is like the perfect thing. Ryze is OP because of this. You do 3 waves, reset, get a tier, walk back to lane. And it's so OP because now you have a Ryze with infinite mana and infinite AP. Okay, this is pretty bad. Look. Why do you queue? Like your Gragas is pinging, he wants to go in. Like you do a pretty good job, right? Like if I am Nico and I see you clicking back, okay, I'm gonna go like on him.
Right.
So you're doing good here, but then why Q? Just W.
Okay.
And then now you're on W. Just wait.
Okay.
Like you misused your spells so hard.
I know. You're really not gonna like what comes next.
Nah, I mean that's whatever.
Yeah, it was the early part was really grief. I agree.
She should always die. Like this should never be needed, right? Just saying, if she does this and she walks here, first of all, hold your Q, because if she walks here, like okay, so if she keeps going here, she just dies.
Right.
And if she comes here, then you just Q here, and then the minions will hit her, like the Q expanding.
Right.
So just wait. Like you can wait a bit. Like even one more tower shot will put you like this. So just wait. I mean, just also auto, right?
Yeah.
Like
I panicked.
auto. Flash.
Dude, I'm so bad at this game, man.
Here just flash E auto and she's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. I would also miss the skill, not gonna lie. I am also really bad.
Like, I really like these sessions, but like every time I have one, I'm like, man, I'm so bad at this game.
Nah, it's fine. Like, master players will also lose sometimes skills like this.
Yeah.
I've seen it. So yeah, it's fine. Just next time, keep in mind that you delay your Q, you play with the wave, because I said like, if she's here and you hit this creep, she's dead. But first of all, it's click on her, auto attack, flash, E auto. Because it's instant, right? Like you don't need to do anything. You right click, flash, the auto goes in, you E, and then she's reset. But yeah, now you're on a really good spot. She has no summoners, you're gonna crash this wave, and you're gonna reset. If she stays, you dive, for sure. Like this is so illegal here. Didn't you... Wait.
Yeah. I was trying to get the wave in to crash, but...
No, but... Always take potion. Like, you have 2 potions, take 1.
Okay.
Do you think the enemy jungle is gonna allow the enemy Nico 1 HP to die here? I mean, if he does, he's hinting, right? He's gonna lose, like, 2.5 waves. Like, Nico is out of the game here. So just take your potions and be ready to fight the 2v2.
Okay.
Like, your thought here should be, okay, I want to dive here, but if the jungle comes, I go in jungle. Yeah, see? This should always be your thought.
Okay.
I'm not saying to take both potions. I'm saying take one potion and that's it, and then just reset. But
Okay.
yeah. And did you take assist? Okay, yeah, you did. Nice. Did you hit her? No. I mean, again, this is pretty good by you, by the way. You are playing so far up on the lane, like so far behind, so she feels safe here.
Okay.
So yeah, you're like, I don't know if it's because you're baiting or because you're not looking at the map, but if it's baiting, it's really good.
I was really scared of Viego, and like I knew I wanted to dive, but I was also scared of Viego, so I was like, this is best of both worlds.
Yeah, if you're scared of Viego, this is also really good because you're just in the wave, right? So he can't W you.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is really good. You are pretty good setting up ganks. At least the two that I saw, they were pretty good. You are not making it obvious. So that's good. Okay, now you reset and you TP back. Okay. One thing that you need to know is that sometimes here it's good if you hold TP. This depends, right? Like
yeah,
now,
that
the wave is pushing. But like if you think you're gonna need TP to TP back, and the wave is not pushing here, don't TP and just walk.
Okay.
On this lane, if you have corrupting potion, I think you TP. You still have like 2 red potions, so it's fine that you TP because you have a lot of stain. But if you didn't have the 2 potions and she wasn't like really fucking bad, right? And the wave is like slowly pushing into you, always walk back to lane. Because this lane, like Nico is such a hard lane bully. If you don't lose much from walking back to lane, do it, because later on you will have a moment where she's like perma poking you with Qs, and you're like 20% HP and she's pushing the wave. So then that's fucked. But yeah, here it's fine to TP. What did you buy? I can't see what you buy because...
I think I bought Catalyst portions or Lucidity boots.
Okay.
I realized later on that I have to show the little scoreboard to show items, so I do that later on. I'm sorry I didn't do it for the
It's
first
fine, it's fine. Okay. Do you have any idea where enemy jungle is, by the way? Like, when this happened?
Say that again?
I mean, first of all, when you see the Viego thingy, right, like, around here it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, here. Do you have any idea of what Viego did?
Full cleared his top side, and then he's going to Wraiths.
Yeah, but if you didn't know this, like, in-game, right? Because now you have this information. Did you know what happened on jungle?
No.
Okay. I mean, it's like hard, no, right? But usually when it's this timer and he's on Raptors, because this should tell you he's on Raptors, right? He has level 3 and he's here. Like, he used E either like here or here. He has not used here, because then the E would be this way, right? Like, the E is going from here to here.
Right.
So yeah, just you should know that on this timer, most jungles, if they are here, it's because they are doing a full clear.
Okay.
Keep in mind, like, the full clear is used, depends on champ, right? Nico jungle, for example, ends full clear at 3 minutes, but most champs end at around 3:25, 3:30.
Okay.
So all of this basically takes like 1 minute. So you should know that if he's on here on this timer, it takes 1 minute to do this. So he is coming from here.
Okay.
I just want you to know that 2:30, around 2:30, if you see a jungle going bot side, or you see like something, you should assume he is going to do 4, 5, 6 clear, and he already farmed all the other camps.
Okay.
So yeah, now you obviously like gank here, and now you see that he comes from bot side, right? Like when you're diving, you see that he has both buffs. What you need to do here is, once you're like running away, you click on him and you see what buffs he has. If his red buff is really, really recent, because I assume that you don't did this jungle tracking, right? You should not. You said you didn't know. if his red buff is like almost full, he just got it. So you know for sure he did this.
Okay.
Because the other option would be like he starts on like red, does this, and then goes back bot or something random.
Right.
But then his red would be like 20%. So
Okay.
if you click on him, then you know that his red is like almost full. So you know he's he did a full clear top to bot.
Okay.
Okay. So now, if you know this, where do you want to lane? Like, how do you want to position yourself on the map?
I would play more topside because he's either going back to clear the rock camp, the Krugs or whatever. I guess actually, yeah, topside because he's either going back to clear Krugs or he's ganking bottom or something.
Yeah, he's or here, right?
Right.
So if you're here and he comes through here, you just walk.
Okay.
You should also ping when this happens because you should know where the name jungle is. So you should ping your button like danger.
Okay.
But yeah. This is fine, you're allowing her to push. You don't really care about the push right now, you care about being full HP, so you are spacing well. This is obviously a bit like not good, right? You're walking here. It doesn't matter because you already saw him bot. I don't know if you did in game, but
yeah,
he showed
he could
bot.
be there.
Yeah, I mean, if he's here, you see him, right? Because you have a bit of vision. I'm just saying that in general, this click tells me that you are not thinking where Viego is. Because first of all, you just saw him, like Viego showed here. And then second of all, you're clicking bot lane. When you should always be like here. So it's not about you coming here now is bad because we saw Viego here. And if he's here, you also like saw him, so he can never like go on you. It's just like clicking here means this click has no purpose, and it's like you are not thinking about where he is.
Right.
So it's not like the thing, like the click itself is bad. It's like what it means it's bad, and here also it's bad, right?
I agree.
You should just be around here. So yeah. Yeah, always just like laying around this side of the map. You don't even care about pushing right now, by the way. Like this EQ is fine. It's like whatever, doesn't matter. Don't burn your mana so hard. Like, yeah, but see, he's here. You were safe, but if like it was here, you were not safe.
If he was there earlier, then I was dead. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you were dead, but he probably like comes here, gets this HP because they can CC chain, and then you lose 2 waves. So yeah, just keep it in mind. I mean, you also have a ward, right? So I assume you're seeing him. And yeah. That's good, just chill. Okay. You have Q, so this Q is really slow.
Yeah.
Like, you may not take it, but your Q is like from here to here.
Yeah.
You don't need to walk so far up to Q. She inks a bit walking here. She can just like walk here, and then your Q is useless. But yeah, once she does this, it's fine. It's a good Q. Just saying that. Yeah. And also one important thing here is when these things happen, right? Like this, you never walk up, because if Viego is intelligent, he will sit here. You walk up, and then he comes.
Okay.
Because like I do this a lot. Like I don't play jungle, but when I play jungle, it's so easy to tell what people in relatively low elo want to do, right? Like I sit here, the enemy walks up, I kill him. There is a ping here, I'm coming to this camp, and I see the enemy team has push. They always do this. So then you just come here, sit here, and then they suicide. They do this all the time. So try to not be so obvious. Like stand here. Get the XP. Don't get gold. Because if you try to, you will just like get this HP. I mean, I am exaggerating, right? Like it could be like something like this, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's just that. And now you lose that minion too, and now you really need help. I mean, you don't need that much help. Once this goes away, now you can play a bit more aggressive. You just like lane bot side.
Okay.
And that's it. You should also know that Viego needs to farm topside now, so then you have a lot of time free. If he comes from bot, either he's a genius or he's like Iron 5, right? Like he's Challenger or Iron. There is no in between. So yeah, here again, see, you're going all time for the side that you don't want to be in.
Right.
Like I don't care that Gragas is here. He's in the camp. He's not walking here.
Yeah.
So even if like Gragas is close, I don't care. Like it's just a bad click. Just stand here and do the same.
Okay.
Here you want to use this push you have to pretty hard shove. I don't think you need to ultra hard shove, but you should have wards and you should want to use them. So yeah, just like try to push a bit. This is fine. Don't be so scared. Like this is good. Like obviously you're kiting in and out. It's good. But now she has no Q. Woke up.
Right.
Like just auto. Like fight her. If she wants to fight, this is your moment. Look your wave.
Okay.
She has no Q.
Yeah.
Level 4. Level 2 Q. 8.5 seconds.
Okay.
Like just go. Yeah. Now you go, but it's a bit late because you are losing 3 creeps for this basically, and you are way too like far away, right? Like, what's the difference between being here and fighting and being here and fighting?
I'm sorry, you said what's the difference between the two?
Yeah, what's the difference between like being here and being here?
There's not a tower there.
No, I mean obviously, but
I'm not sure.
okay, if this wave is with you and you're here and she hits you, this wave will go on her, right?
Right.
If you're here, they won't. So it's easier for her to trade here.
Okay.
That's why here you want to like this is fine. I think you should be autoing more. And in my opinion, you should like auto, and then ED so it spreads, and then Q, and then keep autoing, right? I don't really care if you don't do it, because you losing CDs means she can go on you. My issue is that she hasn't gone on you. So at this point, I could assume she's dogshit, and she will never go on you. So just like do whatever the fuck you want, right?
Okay.
If when you use the combo wave goes on you, then say, okay, she's bad, she's not that bad. So don't spam you spells. But when the enemy laner is this bad and he's like playing AFK, do whatever the fuck you want, because they want to they won't change how they play the game, right? They are not gonna completely change how they play. So yeah, now you go on her when you have no wave and it's not great. You still win the trade, right? Like it's obviously good. The trades are insane for you. The semi-long trades are insane for you. And you also did good on tracking her Q cooldown. But yeah. The issue is that now you don't have that much of a timer, right? Compared to before. Because if you look now, you delay a lot on how you push the wave. You get a lot of her HP, but that's her mistake. Like, I don't know why she goes melee. Like, she plays like she's Yasuo. Look at this. She could be here and then just like, you know, don't get shit on by you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now, you still have a timer to ward. The problem now is that you don't really want to move hard to put a deep ward. It's not an issue, it's just that I think that before you should be thinking you want to deep ward, and now you don't want to. But yeah. Now I think you should play for crushing this wave ASAP and just resetting. She has low HP. And I mean, there are 2 options, right? Like, first option is if you have gold for something that you need, like if you have tier, for example, right? You can push this fast and then reset. And then the other option is you don't want to reset because she's so low, which is fair. And you think you can play the lane really long.
Right.
Even though this looks like this, right? First of all, I don't know if she has potions because I can't see it. If she has potions, this HP should be like this in reality. So it's not that big of a deal for her. And she also, if she starts playing, if now she connects her keyboard, because she has been playing with mouse only, like clicking Q and then clicking on you, trying to hit it, right? She has never done a real Q, basically. If now she plugs in her keyboard, she can still play the lane.
Mm-hmm.
Her being this fucking bad, I think that you could play the lane long. But in other games, you could want to push fast and reset. But yeah, this game I think you do well staying in lane. An important part is ward.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is important.
I'm not good about warding. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the enemy jungle was topside. If he ganks you, it's gonna be like. Do you remember when he was topside? Here, he was topside, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here, he's topside. So from here to here, 1 full minute has passed. If he still is topside and he hasn't resetted, and he's looking for a gank mid, her tempo is completely, his tempo is completely fucked, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like here, if he ever ganks this way, she's not challenger, he's bronze, okay? He's like the worst jungle possible. So you should always try to hard push this. Look at her. If she goes on you, just go back, because that means enemy jungle is here. So you just try to hard push this, go ward, and then play the lane long.
Okay.
Either that or like ping your Gragas to like help, like you being help. You push and then he's here and then it's fine. If you like a slow push and he covers you and everything, it's obviously great. This isn't competitive. This doesn't happen in competitive, so it won't happen on solo queue.
Yeah.
So don't assume your Gragas is gonna do an insane play so you can perma stomp your laner. So yeah, just one shot the wave and go ward. What you're doing now is good if you're in a 1v1, but you're not on a 1v1, right?
Right.
So yeah, now you lose all your HP. Okay, she is really fucking bad, right?
Yeah.
But like, look at the HP difference you have, and look how hard she trades. She completely fucks up her combo because she does E and now Q. If she does Q E instant, you die.
Right.
Like, and ironically, you're dead. Like, you could be like this HP on a 1v1. If anyone is here, you're dead. If you're in a 1v1 and this is the HP, you know that in 8 seconds, you're dead. This is why I said Nico is so broken. If she's a player, a real player, and she has potions, shove and reset. Because this is what should have happened all the game long, right? Like, look at this trade.
Yeah.
It's not balanced.
Yeah.
It's really not balanced. So yeah, just...
It's fucked.
Yeah, it's really not balanced.
It's crazy.
You almost died when you were like 75 HP and she was like 1 HP.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep in mind that this should always happen. I don't think this is... This is... I mean... Okay.
It was a big wave!
Yeah, I understand it, but it's pushing to you.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think... like, the point is, if it's pushing away, spamming your Gragas to come, and, like, go, right? Because it's on this side. You will lose this enormous wave. It's, like, nearly 2 waves plus another wave. So 3 waves. Of course, for 3 waves, stay here and ping help, write in chat, I need help, push. And push. The wave is pushing to you. The worst case, which I don't think will happen because I think you have enough time, is you lose. Like, she loses this wave and you lose this wave. But now, the worst that can happen is it's a slow pushing to him. So you stay, you die, and then you still lose waves. Because now, what's happening now with the wave?
Now it's pushing to Nico.
Okay, now you can't reset, right? Like, you should,
right.
But if you reset, you lose more than before. So now it's fucked. So yeah, now it's really fucked. Now you're gonna lose a whole wave. And the wave is like kind of frozen.
Okay.
I mean, she broke the freeze, right? This depends on the map. I don't think she should break the freeze. But yeah. Okay. So right now, when you're coming back to lane, I mean, you obviously lost a lot, right? You should have never lost this much. What are your thoughts?
About like where Nico is now, or like what I
about
should do?
everything. Like I want to know, like, because when this happens, you need to use your brain for something else. When you're in lane, you're
Right.
focused in lane. Like you're focused on, okay, if she dies,
Mhm.
I don't push and I reset.
Mhm.
So yeah, that you should be already thinking about it in lane. But you can think about her cooldowns. You can think about enemy jungle, where he can gank
Okay.
you, all those things. But then when
I
you're
feel like.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
No, see.
Um, I feel like at this point, since we've picked up like 2 kills on her, and she's not really playing super aggressive, my game plan is to come back, push out, and then like try to like teleport gank another lane.
Okay. Um, I mean that's a bit generic. The idea is fine.
Mhm.
But yeah, the idea is good. But like my point is, when you're doing this, right, you are resetting and everything. I don't want you to focus
Mhm.
on like what you wanna buy. You should always buy the same things, so you don't
Mhm.
have brain power on your build.
Right.
Now you should be thinking, okay, where is the enemy jungle? Like, if you remember, right,
Mhm.
especially on like around this elo, jungles will do the same pathing over and over and over again, or they will do
Mhm.
completely random things that you will see because they are doing random things. You
Okay.
see him on top,
Mhm.
and you see him going through here. I don't know if you did see him. I don't think you did.
I don't think I did.
Okay. um, but yeah, like you should always know that he is now on top lane, obviously.
Mhm.
And you should try to think where he should be going or where he like went from and those things. Obviously, the best
Okay.
is like hit O or tab, right? So you open and you see how much farm he has and all those things.
Mhm.
I know you're probably not good enough for like tracking all his like numbers, so
Mhm.
I'm not gonna like tell you to do that yet. Um,
Mhm.
just keep in mind that in the future it's a future like goal, right? Being able to track the
Mhm.
enemy jungle CS.
It's like
Um,
4 per camp, right?
yeah, it's for per camp. Yeah.
Mhm.
But you should know. Oh wait, I clicked sorry. You should know that.
See, I'm the smartest league player. I just don't do it.
Yeah. You are like 1 week away from challenger.
That's right. Yeah.
uh, but yeah, you should know that he did bot to top. Sorry, top to bot, right? Because of what we said before,
Mhm.
like the red buff and him using the E
Right.
on this side and all those things. Those
Mhm.
are really big
So he'll
indicators.
probably do it again.
Um,
So he'll probably do it again.
I mean, depends. You just know, like you should try to do this while you're playing, because
Okay.
you need to know where you can stand, right? So you
Mhm.
should always keep a bit of the enemy jungle tracking.
Okay.
Like you need to know when he's on every camp. Like you're not, I don't know, LPL mid laner or Xiaohu.
Mhm. Right.
They should know the exact timer that jungles take to like do these
Mhm.
camps. You don't.
Right.
You're going to know generally where he is, right? So
Mhm.
now he's toppling. I mean, wait, now he's toppling when he
Right.
goes through mid and everything. So now he's
Yeah.
toppling. He didn't
Mhm.
reset, right? If you know, just press
Mhm.
tab, get information. So you know
Mhm.
that either he does another full clear into reset, or he resets, or he does something random, right? Like maybe he does these two camps into reset. The whole point
Mhm.
is he should now go play bot. You should
Right.
always know this. Now all of this happens, blah blah. You don't ward here, which I said before you should have, because he
Mhm.
only can be bot lane.
Yeah.
And now you fight, you kill, and then now he suddenly is on top lane.
Mhm.
Okay, he took a giga long time. Okay, so you're not sure.
Mhm.
But when you see
Mhm.
this, you you literally don't know where the enemy jungle is or where he's gonna be. You have no clue.
Mhm.
Because in my mind, right, he just did this, into this, into this, into this, and then he should have. No, I mean that's more or less fine.
No, I know. Yeah.
But then he should have done this, right? Instead,
Mhm.
we don't know what he did. What he probably did in the game is something like this. You can't
Okay.
know this,
Mhm.
but he probably did
Right.
something like that, right?
Mhm.
You shouldn't assume the enemy jungle is completely retarded and did this.
Right.
So now your thoughts are, okay, I have no clue where the fuck Viego is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
So now you don't know where he's gonna be. That means you need to have a decent ward, you need to play safe, and once you spot him, you can lane towards one side.
Okay.
I don't want you to like now say, oh, he's top, he should have been bot, so now he's gonna go top bot. Because now his top camps are gonna be up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's important that you know that he can be here or here. He can go to his jungle and do the camps, or he can get in fog and then reset and go bot. He can reset, go top into bot. He can do a lot of things. If this is high elo, or like decent elo, he should always like I mean, depends on the top wave and everything, but either help more the push or just like come here to a bush and reset, and then he goes here, and he gets this, and he fights for Drake or whatever, and then he goes top and he starts playing for the Herald, right? This is not Halo, so you have no clue on what's gonna go on. I mean, even on Halo, he should have like the other alternative pathing, which is like resetting, coming to blue, which is gonna spawn, and then invade because he should have the information, and the wave is bouncing back, so he has a lot of blah blah blah, like a lot of things, right? So yeah, the point is you have no clue where he is. Okay. So I want to see now in the game that you are respecting where he is, because before you were laning wrong, but we should know where he is, and you should know that you were safe. Now you have no clue if you're safe or if you're not safe if you like woke up. You have no vision in the river, you have no vision on bot lane, you have no vision on enemy jungle, you know nothing. He's still on top. He's inting his tempo a lot. So now you know that you have a lot of free time, right?
Okay.
But now you should keep these things on a timer, by the way. It's hard, so I'm gonna give you like a trick, right? When he resets, add 30 seconds. That's it, like 30.
Okay. Okay.
Technically, it's like 28 seconds without regenerating to like go from lane to top lane. It can be lower with like his C, his W, I don't care. Like, if he's not full HP, it's gonna take longer for him, so just say 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds per reset?
30 seconds for him to reset and be able to do something on the map.
Okay.
So now you have 30 seconds where you know you're free.
Okay.
He can't be anywhere that is not like here in 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
And he probably wants to farm. But ignore that, because jungles are random, right? So he can't do anything more than this, because physically he cannot walk faster in 30 seconds. So you have 30 seconds to prepare your vision and your defensive position.
Okay.
And it's important that you know this. Like, I just want you to like know it's the 30 seconds kind of rule. It's not real, right? Like, you should have deeper, but yeah. For now, it's the best you can easily input in your game. So this is really bad. You have no vision anywhere. You are not setting up your vision for you to be able to play the game. Nico could come. Like, keep in mind, it's already like near 30 seconds. Viego could be here, and Nico could be here.
Right.
And you're dead. I mean, I guess you could say, I ult. Yeah, I mean.
No, you're right. You're right.
And she also is what, by the way. When you hit tab and you see her with level 1, that means she's a minion.
Oh. Okay, so hit tab 1, she's a minion?
I mean, if she's not showing on the map, and like, you know when you hit tab and it shows like missing, like the image is like dark. Yeah. So if she's not with the image, then she's always online. Level 1, I think it's bugged. I think sometimes it shows level 1, sometimes not.
Okay.
But yeah, if you see level 1, she's for sure a minion, and she's even this minion. Like, look.
Yeah.
You saw it, no? Yeah, she's not the best spy, you know. She's a bit obvious, but yeah. Now for sure you can play a bit more aggressive. I would still use the time to not hit this, because full HP played, you're never gonna get it. Just like prepare the vision.
Okay.
On this game, I don't care where you go because your bot lane is getting fucked. So you should not go into river without vision and your jungle topside.
Right.
And you're not gonna answer Drake. But Herald is also on top, and it's like 1 minute for it. So if you use your ward now, your ward will expire for Herald. So I don't really care. In my opinion, right on this timer, I would ward bot side because I assume that Piego didn't go bot into top into doing all of these random things.
Right. Yeah.
So I would assume he's bot side trying to farm.
Okay.
But I don't think you have all this like knowledge in your mind on the game. So I don't care where you ward. I just want you to like have a deep ward defensive. So like either here, or like here, or like here, or like here. All those wards are good, but you need to have one ward. I don't want you to use like both wards. I want one ward so you can lane on one side. If your jungle had this comes up, right? You should always ward here, because then you're like laning towards your jungle side. So if you need help, then your jungle gets faster and everything. The issue is that here your jungle doesn't have camps, right? Like he only has one blue buff, so he can do whatever the fuck. Like he can come here and here. He can come here into bot lane. Like he has a million options. That's why on this spot I don't care where you ward.
Just do it.
Yeah, just put a ward somewhere, a defensive ward. On most games you should have a clear like ward, right? Your jungler should be farming something, enemy jungle should be somewhere, the objective should be something, but on this game it's there is nothing to ward really. Okay, that's fine. Now you should again use your timer, right? Like Herald is gonna come up, run, and control this area. You're literally AFK in the middle of the lane walking. This ward is, I think it's really bad. Like you're not gonna go bot. They are full HP. The only thing you can do to go bot is wait for jungler to be with you, and then you both ult bot with your ult. But he's too far away. And your ward here, like the problem with this ward is that it gives basically no vision.
Yeah. It doesn't give vision, and if he was there, I'm dead.
I mean, you're not dead. He's not gonna one-shot you, right? Like he maybe gets this HP. That's not that bad. That's why you can move right now. You know, like if she's missing, you can't go. I just said you can go because she was bot, and then you can go because she's mid. But like you can go 1v1, right? So that's why now you could move here or here. The problem with this ward is that it only covers this vision. So it doesn't cover any like actual river vision. It doesn't cover any objective. It doesn't cover anything. This ward is super bad.
Okay.
Like if you have time, just put it here. You know, like ward here and that's it. So you have all this vision. Okay, this is a better ward. This is actually a really good ward, right? But this is useless. And also this, try to put it a bit better. With which what I mean by that is, first of all, walk up farther, because you already saw him. So this ward is already useless.
Okay.
Because you know his bot side, you literally know. So you just go back and play top side. But even if you like don't see him, walk up farther and ward here, because then you get one chicken. And with one chicken, you know where the like what the camp information is. Even if like this chicken stays alive, if the rest of the camp is dead, it will show like the camp is dead, even though this chicken is alive.
Yeah.
And if you have like perfect information, like you know you are both on the bot lane, enemy is still on mid lane, you walk up and the jungle is not here, then just put the ward like deeper.
Okay.
The perfect ward is like let me get this. Okay. Okay. Ranges on red side. Like the best word is like here.
Okay.
On this spot, it's like the best word you can do, because then it covers this and like half of this. Obviously, this ward should come with a pink or a ward here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because then you have like both options covered.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Can't I clear this? That sucks. So yeah, if you can't do this with having your like full lane safe, that's why you do this, right? The ward I said before.
Okay.
Because with this ward you get information on chickens and information on if they try to gank you on mid lane. Because even if they come here, you see them.
Right.
So yeah, it's like either put it here and then have vision here, or just put it here so you have all the information you need, like chickens and this. This word you put here, it's like if you're really scared, you have no vision, the enemy is, I don't know, a really strong champ on ganking, like there are a lot of things that can go wrong with you, then this is not bad. But usually this ward is for mid game, right? This ward is when your bot lane is here and they want to push, so they ward here, so they can like push aggressive, support can come here, then they start controlling after this. But when you're 1v1 on lane, this is really useless.
Okay.
So yeah, now you should try to defend the ward. Yeah, you lost it. Happens. I think that you could defend the ward because Nico is still not moving. So if you like hold here and EWQ him, then you get mana flow, you get tier, and you defend the ward. But I said that ward is already useless because you saw him and then you went for it. This rotation is fine. It's just a bit late. Well, now it's really late, obviously. Once they die. Like when this happens, it's fine. You're roaming with your ult. That's really good. The issue is that it's slow. It's not reliable. They were not needing to do this, right? They could just push and then reset and then go back. And that's why you should have gone top and controlled top.
Okay.
And now you should just go back mid. You are staying on bot for nothing. Like, you being here doesn't change anything, right? So just go mid and get mid wave. Now, if you want to get Drake, you're gonna lose the mid wave. If you don't want to lose the mid wave, you are gonna let your Gragas with Varus, and they have like Nico and the jungle. So now you can't go mid. So I think this is correct. I think you should always give your mid wave. But I think you should have gone first to mid and then come here.
Right. Yeah.
If Varus is here, you always win this. So this is good. This is Varus' fault. It's not your fault. This is always good for you. Like, Varus here has the wave, sure. But the problem is that he had, I believe... Okay, no, never mind. He does not have wave. Nah, then this is bad. Okay. I thought Varus had like semi-freeze here, but he didn't have. So just always come mid, push mid, and then try to go back to Drake. I mean, Varus should give his wave, go. Like, what you're doing here, if Varus does the same, it's good. Now it's fucked.
Right.
So I don't think your decision now, it's bad. I think your decision of roaming bot and staying bot when they were dead, it's the wrong part. But yeah, now Varus is the one making the mistake, so... I think you are inting a bit your Gragas. Look.
Okay.
This is good. Because you want to wait for this. But now, instant EW and just walk away.
Okay.
Like, you don't want to EW before he ults, right? Because it's useless. But once he ulted, EW and try to save your Gragas.
Okay.
Why are you holding your EQW? Like, you're not gonna use it for anything. So yeah, that's really bad. Maybe your Gragas could be alive. Maybe they burn a flash.
Okay.
Now you just need to hard push. Now this ward is good, but if this ward was here, it would be the same, but better, you know. You have just information faster. But yeah, now this ward is not bad. Like, if you had one ward now, I would always say come here, ward here, and then push. But the difference is that now it's the same as I said before, right? They are all on the river, you don't have information here, they could go on you. that's when this ward is decent. Because if you're gonna put the ward here, right, on the, like, look. Let me charge it again. If you're gonna put it here, right, you may as well put it here. Because it's basically the same vision. Sure, this covers like this, right? But it's basically the same vision, and this covers the bush. And the bush is pretty important. So even though this is like technically better because this covers this area and also this area, the bush is important. Like every jungle nowadays can go in the bush.
Okay.
So yeah, just I think this is better than this. Because also this being here means that a pink here reveals this, but this means pink here or here reveals this.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't like the word you put before, but now this word could be better, right?
Right.
Okay. But yeah, now you should insta spam your spells on the wave. That's good. You always E the cannon because it's in the middle, so you hit all minions with it, and then you spam EQ, EQ, EQ. You can even use your W, by the way, on the wave. It doesn't matter that much. Like, you have full vision. You should see him coming, so you just poke here, and then use it, and then run. If Morde was missing, then you don't use W, right? But you have been seeing Mordekaiser on top lane for all the time, so I think you could have used W on wave. It's basically not important. Like, you keep autoing, and while you wait for your E, you like W a melee, and then you keep pushing.
Okay.
Just use your W like an auto attack, you know? But yeah, this is obviously good. You just kite and leave. Okay, now that the laning phase is kind of over, do you have any key points you want to watch? Or like we will go over the game?
I don't think there's anything that I have that's like pressing.
Okay.
I'm learning a lot.
Okay. Yeah, now this is good, right? You're positioning bot side. You see them bot and jungle is top, so this is good. This is how it should always look like. You should always know where you want to be, and then your clicks should reflect that intention. If you're challenger and you're telling me that you were clicking here because you were trying to bait Viego in case he comes here because you know he's here and then you will never die, I will say sure, okay. I doubt it, but okay. But yeah, you're not challenger, so I would not believe it. As you see now, you're really tanky. Like before, this Q would take like this HP, right? Like 20% of your HP. Now this Q is like nothing. You just face tank it. So now is when you can win against Nico. You can win trades. You can, like, you will never get poked, right? Like you look your healing. Like you already like got like 100 healing. Okay, this is really bad. Like, I don't know your goal, I don't know anything, so I can't really tell you what you should do. But in general, right here, if you're doing this, like, this is fine, obviously. Well, this is fine because you're seeing him, but I don't think you were doing this before you saw him, so this is bad. Like, this is fine. Kiting top now and being here, it's bad.
Right.
Because E, Viego, and you're dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're gonna reset, do it now. Like, why do you walk forwards? You're walking into her for what? Like, she's full HP. And now you're gonna reset. Just do it before, or don't do it. But you can't try to poke a full HP Nico for fun and then reset, because maximum you will take like 100 HP from her.
Right.
Okay. Can't I see what you had before? Wait, I can see it here. Oh wait, I can't. Wait, I can see it. It's okay. Okay, so I guess you already had the Ionians.
I think so, yeah.
So you bought the catalyzer. Okay. Yeah, I mean now you are insanely tanky, right? Like you have
Mhm.
almost 2.7k HP. Sorry, 1.7k HP. So yeah, you will now never die. Now again, I think you're playing a bit crazy.
Okay.
Like, look at this. Bot lane just died. So again, 30 seconds. I said it's less than 30 seconds, right? But whatever. Let's say it's always 30 seconds because
Yeah.
it's easier.
Mhm.
So around now they could be anywhere. Like everyone could be
Okay.
anywhere, right?
Mhm.
Diego was top
Yeah.
here. You should see him because he like sometimes I assume that you can't see him. But when he stays on vision for like 3-4 seconds, you should always see him. Like he comes
Okay.
here, he takes the ping, and he comes. You should always know that he's top. Now the problem is he has been on the map for a really long time. They fought here, they got the Drake, they got a lot of things. So Viego can be anywhere, right? And the support can be anywhere. So now you need to think, okay, I don't know where anyone is, I will play scared.
Okay.
I prefer you to play scared if you don't know where anyone is than you to play crazy aggressive if you don't know where anyone is. Because what this will teach you is like if you're always playing here because you don't know where anyone is, you will automatically start thinking more about where the people is, right? Because you don't want to play the game being here. This is so fucking boring. You're AFK. You want to go in the wave and play the game because here you're not playing. So if you're here because you don't know where people is, you will force yourself to think more about where people is, like where people are. So yeah, I think it's important that you start forcing yourself to not be aggressive when you don't know where people are.
Okay.
Because here, this is fine, obviously, but here you are already like wanting to go in a bit deep, and this is like just. I mean, it's not int. It's just it doesn't have any purpose, you know. Like, why are you walking on like on this cannon? Like, sure, that was fine because you were like threatening EQ on her, but this is the problem. Like, she already got the creep. Well, I mean, she lost the creep, but whatever, she got it.
Yeah.
Why are you going up?
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to do? Like, if you want this creep for like setting up a slow push, do it here.
Right.
She outranges you. By going up, you just make it easier for her to hit. And if you kill the creep, then it's like even more pointless.
Right.
But yeah, now this is a bit crazy. Like, why are you here? Your jungle is here. Your support is on base. They can be on mid now. You don't know where anyone is. You don't have any type of vision. You can't play on any side. Like, you can't play on this side. You play here.
Right.
This is inting. This is suiciding. I mean, you're lucky that they are.
Yeah.
But yeah. Wait, doesn't it show here when the herald is taken? Okay. I mean, it should say, right? Like, I just realized that the herald is taken, so I guess that's why you lane bot side. So yeah, now, like, okay, this makes more sense. If in game...
I do actually recall being like, oh, Herald died. Okay,
yeah. Yeah, okay, in game, when this says herald die and, like, you see them bot side, sure, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I totally agree. I didn't really have a goal there.
Yeah, like before it's bad, but now it's fine. Like you being so back down, it's fine. It's fine. I hate that they don't like put a message here or somewhere. Like why don't they say Herald is taking on the spectator?
I will. I'll record the next one the correct way.
Okay. Yeah, that's way better. Now you have a couple of options. The game now is really boring, right? You are never gonna do anything. You're just gonna catch waves and make your bot lane not die, basically.
Yeah.
I really dislike this. What are you doing?
Okay.
Like, okay. So, they showed here. And they showed they are going here.
Okay.
How can you do what you did? Like, look what your bot lane is and where the jungler is.
Yeah.
How are you allowed to do this? You are not allowed. You are just flipping it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is so int. They should be around here.
Mm-hmm.
Like sure, Vego can be here. He should be around here technically, right? He should be farming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Nico, no. You could be working here. Nico's here. She just EQs you. She autos you. She runs away, and you got this HP for nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I agree. You should try to like go bot side and help your team. That's why I think that this is good. Like you, I mean, I think this is bad. Not EQ in the wave. All of those things. Like if okay, let's go back a moment because now that I know that he's here, right? It changes. Before I said this is bad. Now it's good that you're here, but you need to be playing aggressive. You want to push the wave and then go bot. Jungle is topside. You have all of this for yourself. You want to be the first to move. If you move first, this map is yours and it's not hers, right? So you should be shoving. If enemy jungle is not here, then you can never do this. Not push. You stay here and you wait.
Right.
But now you're allowed to push. So you should have been pushing. Now you obviously can't push. So now you try to farm the creeps as fast as possible. Obviously don't miss creeps.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens. It's whatever. And now you should try to cover them. But you cannot go here. You just go like here.
Yeah.
You can never walk like this.
Yeah.
And the other option is if you think they are not gonna get dove, that's why I need to see your camera, right? I need to see like if you're looking at here. If they cannot get like dove, you stay mid, you insta shove next wave, and you position top. You always just sit here, push into roam here. Unless they are again gonna die on bot lane, right? If they are like gonna die, then you push and then you do the same where you come here.
Right.
But what you do here is so crazy. Like, there is no point. You're not trying to defend your bot lane. Their bot lane is full HP. You don't have any information on anyone on the enemy team. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's a 1v4 basically. Like if enemy team wanted you, they are 4.
Right.
Because your team is on the tower. Okay, that's good CSing. Again, I don't really like this because enemy jungle could be here. You didn't put any ward. And you saw him going bot. If he's not going bot aggressive, he's farming.
Okay.
So what this means is like, sure, I agree that you can do this, but put a ward here. And if you don't have wards, then don't auto turret. Like, you seem to value damaging towers for some reason. It's useless. Like, do you think, like, this is 60 damage maximum?
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's like one auto of a creep. You're one creep hitting the tower instead of being a champion on the map. That's what you need to think. You're a minion hitting a tower. It's not bad if that minion gets 150 gold, right? But you're not. The plate is full HP. Just do something useful. Okay. Obviously, you need to improve on your CSing, so... You should try to go on practice tool and just auto, not EQ, not W, just auto waves.
What if I told you I do?
Then it's good. Then that's good. No, that's really good. Okay, something that you need to keep in mind now is you really want to get this plate, right? Like now you know Viego's bot side, so you do well playing aggressive, you try to poke her, like you get a Q, that's nothing, you don't care. Look at this plate, right? Try to edit. Like, put here or here. I prefer here, obviously, because, you know, jungle was bot side. If you position yourself here, you're like more far away from the tower, and you're also on the wall. So by being here, you're farther away from walls, and you're closer to the tower. And you're still like away from creeps. You don't want to be close, because then if he Qs, right, then he hits you and creeps, so then you can't hit tower. I want you to be here, so you can hit it. Like just one auto gets the plate. The issue is that when you do this, right, if the creeps get the plate and you're here and you didn't auto, you're gonna lose the plate.
Yeah.
And you don't have any reason to be scared.
Right.
Here you can use the W for farming this, like EQW, because you are too slow with your click. Like you should EQ auto, not EQ move auto.
Okay.
So this is good, but now it should be like EQ auto. If not, then EQW, because W is faster than auto.
Okay.
And now you really want that plate, but you can't get it. Unlucky. Don't try to force it too much. Okay, that's good. Keep in mind that trades for you are always better than for her. Like short trades, you have a lot of regen, you have a lot of DPS, as you see. You have regen because you have catalyst and potions. You have DPS. You have, well, you will have TP, so you also don't lose as much if you recall. You have better push than her, and you have been on the up for a really long time. So even if you recall, you will buy something. So it's never bad to recall on this spot. So yeah, and you also charge your tier faster, right? Like it's only good things.
Right.
Okay, this plate needs to be yours now. Okay, that was too passive. This is bad. Look. Here you're doing well. Like you're playing really aggressive. You do a good trade. You keep trying to fish for EQs, right? You have E. You can be aggressive again. You need to be so far behind because your E gives again your Q. So be aggressive. But yeah, this is fine. This is decent. Like you're on the top side because the enemy bot lane was the one that was on the map the last. So maybe, I mean, I assume you're not looking bot side, so you're not looking their HP. If you did, then you can be whatever you want. But I think it's good to be top side this moment because Gragas is top side. Any jungle was bot side for 10 years, so he should assume his top side is gone. So he should always open bot side. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, just open top side. But you should be way more aggressive. Like here, this is really good. Even if you get hit by Q, you don't care. You will be fine. Like sure, you will lose the short trade, but as I said, you have a lot of regen. Now you are being too passive. Now you're being perfect. Like this is perfect. Now you're being too passive again. You're too far behind. Now this is good again. You are clicking way too far backwards. You don't want to give this creep. If he wants to Q, you Q her.
Right.
If she EQs you, you don't care. Like you have way too much HP for you to care. And now, why did you clip upwards? Like you saw?
Yeah. I couldn't tell you.
Like she just walked straight here and auto tower. And if she hits the wave, you hit her. Like why do you hit? Like you would be here. I mean here, right? It's a really long distance. If you're here now, you can auto and go back.
Yeah.
But being here, that means she full uses spells. You can't hit her and you can't auto.
Right.
You're just giving her a plate. Like you lost 150 gold for nothing, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, this recall is obviously bad. Yeah. You should never try to do this. Like my point is, if you're not gonna recall, like if you're gonna recall, do it without the plate, because you know. I don't think you should recall. I think you should play for the wave and staying.
Right.
But then, why are you here? Like either you play safe, which you should. I remind you the 30-second timer, so be here. Or if you're playing aggressive, be further up. Hit the wave when it's coming. Like you're never gonna play the lane slow now. You're not gonna slow push the wave, wheel 3 waves into crash. No, that part of the gameplay is already gone. Either you let her push or you push.
Yeah.
But don't stand here being AFK basically. Now you start pushing, but it's too late. You could have done this when the wave is coming. Like creep here, creep here, creep here. E this, QF3. Okay, that was pretty good. I mean, it's really obvious, right, when she does these things, because she was perma-passive, so now when she starts being aggressive, it's a really big red flag that something is going on.
Yeah.
But it was still a really good flash. It was fast. So well played there. Now just farm, and now you reset, I guess, and you TP. You stay. I mean, now it's really whatever. Yeah, I assume you already have the Road of Ages, obviously.
Yeah.
It's good that you delay your Road of Ages as much as possible, because you will get higher value of it, right?
Right. Yeah. Because level 16 is better than level 15.
Yeah, it gives 100% level. So if you are like, it doesn't give it gives percent level. Like I think we already talked about this on like the chat. I'm just gonna remind you, if you have level 14 and a half, for example, it will give you level 15 and a half. It gives the percent of the level. So the longer you wait, the better it is. That's why I don't mind you not resetting. If you're other champs, I would say reset, get your power spike, get stronger, and get back into the game. With Road of Ages, I don't care that you are delaying your reset a lot. She's always dead, yeah. Now, you should know exactly what you want to do, right? Like, your bot lane pushed, crown mid, you're gonna reset now, and you TP bot. I don't think you're doing good here. You really want to reset.
Okay.
I mean, you cannot TP bot if you want, but I think you always reset and then come back into the game.
Yeah.
I think even if your team needs to give this Drake or something, it's worth. You really want to reset? Wow. Gragas
I know.
wow. Okay, that's whatever. Okay, your bot lane now is going bot. You come here. That's really good. You just recall on Fog of War, really far away, and you're also like shadowing your bot lane in a way. So that's really good. Now you TP back on mid, I guess. Okay. That was very slow. Like, you could be already TPing.
Okay.
You lose like 5-6 seconds for nothing. But yeah, you now go mid. I don't really think this is good for you, by the way.
Yeah, it's not.
Like, even if like you don't lose this trade this hard, you lost TP.
Yeah.
I said you want to fight her because you have TP. So if you both reset, you win. Now, if you both reset, you lose.
Right.
I mean, you're playing on her fight when she has a fight summoner, right? And by the way, this is why you need to check them up, the tab. Level 5 Nico. Yeah, I don't think so, right?
Right.
Yeah. I don't think Nico is level 5.
Yeah. I failed the count minions trick. Check.
No, I mean, the counting minions is really hard. Because you were not on mid lane. Look at the wave. Like, do you think you're gonna check every single minion? There are more minions than there should be. It's impossible to know. This is why Nico is OP and people are, oh no, but pro players should count. It's not counting. It's knowing how every single creep in the game is. It's impossible. You cannot know how every single creep in the game is. That's why you hit the tab. When you don't know when there is the mid game and the waves are stacked, you cannot know. You need to press tab. Because this is not your fault, like, you will never count the minion here.
Right.
But yeah, now you are pretty fucked. You need to play really safe for a couple of waves. You have no flash, you have low HP, you don't have TP, so... Okay, she's starting to play the game at minute 15, by the way.
Yeah.
This is the first time she has ever queued you aggressively.
I know.
Like, imagine how pain this game would be if she did this all the game.
Awful.
You need Corruption Potion. Like, you really need it. You play so hard on first, like, 3 levels. You need to have it. If not, she's just gonna fight you to the death. And you're gonna die, not her. I mean, you can also go Sapphire Crystal. I just think that Sapphire is not enough. I think she will force your TP before you can buy tier. Or you gave up way too many creeps. But yeah, this is fine. You're playing safe. You're playing more or less in the middle, so it's fine. I think you're playing crazy now. Like, I don't think you can ever play like this. Like, here you're playing totally fine, right? But now, here, I don't think that's a good Q, and that's not a good EQ.
Okay.
You want her to push. You cannot move. And
Okay.
that's a really bad EQ. You just exposed yourself too much.
Yeah.
Like, it's really weird that someone is here, right? Like, enemy jungle should never come gank you if he's like seeing you being so far behind. But why expose yourself? What, you're not gonna roam. You have like really low HP. Like, sure, you have a lot of real HP, right? Like 1k.
Yeah.
Percentage wise is really low, and they have a lot of DPS.
Right.
So doesn't matter. You have 1k HP. You are never gonna roam. So your prio doesn't mean anything. No. You cannot. Okay, that's fine. Doing this is fine.
You say I can't roam. Well, what if I roamed here? Because I'm really low, like you're saying, and they won't expect me to roam. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I know it's bad.
No, I mean, if you're looking bot lane here and you're trying to hard push to roam, I think it's fine. I just would assume the enemy bot lane is not gonna all in.
Yeah.
Like, it's not bad if you're seeing that they are playing hard and aggressive and your team is pinging or something, right? But if there are no pings, if there is no like enemy team is pushing hard, if there is no like crazy moves, I think you just chill. But yeah, like now this is obviously good that you roamed. What I want you to think about is, was this luck, or were you in the game actually looking bot and looking that the enemy was pushing and?
I think it was both. Like I was definitely looking bot here, but like the timing was not that great. And like if Viego doesn't get killed here, then it's a bad roam, right? Because I am low HP. I was looking bot because I did want to roam here, but so it was a little luck, a little.
No, I mean, if it was intentional, it's always good. Like look the fight. The fight was 3v3, and it's even, right? 1 for 1, 1 for 1. Your team lost the fight. You won the fight. So that's good. My issue is I am not able to see, you know.
Yeah.
I cannot watch if you're
looking
bot lane or.
I was looking bot there.
Then it's good. Then it's good. Like if you see the enemy team is pushing and you want to roam, then for sure it's good. Okay. I mean, obviously, if you have 1k 250 gold, you always go needless. If not, you just buy whatever you can. So probably you didn't have the gold for buying the needlessly long road.
Love to buy needlessly, but I did not. Or could not, rather.
Yeah, like if you can, you always should. Now it comes the power spike of Ryze, where you one-shot every wave so fast. But yeah, the three worst matchup for Ryze, in my opinion, are I mean, they're like long range, right? Which is fact. And then there is like Orianna. I mean, Syndra kind of, but I think Syndra is easier than Orianna. They are different. I think Orianna is harder in lane and Syndra is harder later on. But Orianna is also really hard later on, so I think Orianna is worse than Syndra. And well, Nico is like God tier because she's broken. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think these are the only bad matchups. But at this point in the game, no bad matchup is a bad matchup.
Right.
Only long range. Like if you face Vel'Koz, Thix, Sheriff, they are always bad matchups. But yeah. Just keep in mind that on this moment in the game, when you have this power, you can like face whatever champ there is on the enemy team, and you will just like one-shot waves, you can roam, you can move with your jungle, you can ult to make plays on side lanes, you can control objectives, you can do anything.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, on this spot, don't be afraid. Just like, don't hit towers, you know. Use your pressure for something. That's a pattern that I'm seeing a lot on you. That it's that you are using a lot of time to hit towers. I will keep saying this. You're literally a minion hitting towers. You do the same damage as a minion hitting a tower. You are not useful.
Right.
Do something better.
Okay.
Like when you have 3 items, of course you deal damage, right? Like you have Rabadons
Yeah,
with
yeah.
like 600 AP, sure, then hitting tower is not useless. But for now, it's really useless. Like you have 89 AP. You have the same amount of AP that you do on AD.
Right.
You do deal not damage. You really deal no damage.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy that Rod of Ages at this point is like the same AP as AD. That's wild.
I mean, Road of Ages is like 80 AP, I think, and then the charges, right? So you have basically 80 AP and the rune shard. It's like 6 or 5 or something, I don't remember. So yeah, you have only your base HP, AP.
Yeah.
Well, and Gathering Storm, true.
Yeah.
But you have absolutely no AP. And this is why Ryze spikes so hard on these levels right away. Because you just have so many DPS, like so much DPS and base damage, that you just like one-shot everyone based on raw base damage and ability rotation. Because if like Orianna has, let's say, 120 AP maximum, right? Like let's say she has Ludens and needlessly long rod, right? She has, let's say, 120. Sure, but you will have more DPS. So if you get on top of her, you will just out DPS her because the AP difference is not long enough. But yeah, just to keep in mind that you are literally a minion, okay? Don't get baited. Okay, I mean this room is good. Like it's really slow again. Like you should always know what you're gonna do. If you look, you walk up a bit, then you walk back, you dance a bit, and now when the next wave is gonna come, is when you roam.
Okay.
Now you should then roam. You should take this wave and then roam, right? Unless again you are seeing that they are fighting or something. Because let's say you roam, now the enemy spam pings, enemy missing, enemy missing, enemy missing, go back, go back, go back, go back. Do they have something to fight on? Like
I don't know.
No, bot lane doesn't even have a wave. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can see them on the minimap. And if you're roaming, I hope you're looking on the game, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
There is no wave here. They never need to die here. They are inting. Why do they need to fight here instead of waiting here? Or even turning on you, like both on you. They just die for fun. Now it's worth, but it's like before I think that the roam was good. I think this roam is really bad. You got 2 kills. I don't think it's like real. I think you got lucky. You didn't get 2 kills.
Yeah, they definitely shouldn't have stayed there.
Yeah. Before, like the roam with ult was good. Now it's random and lucky. Okay. I think you should always reset here. You're not doing anything. Like, look. Sure, this is good. You stay, you get the tower. This is obviously good. Like, you don't need to be mid lane because you don't get to mid lane in time and your Gragas is mid. Now, obviously, you should go on Herald, right? But whatever. You just take the wave with them. That's not better than taking Herald, but I guess you didn't realize. That's fine, you take the wave. Now you should reset. You should now want to go to the opposite side of the map because you have TP. No one else on your team does have TP.
Okay.
So if Drake is up, GP should come here and you should come here. Obviously, GP is not coming here. So now you should reset and then open probably bot. The reason why you open bot here is because you want to take this, right? You should recall faster than your ADC and your support because you like start recalling now, like EQ and recall. Your ADC is casting out attacks and whatever. So you just start recalling, you go bot, your bot lane wants to go mid, so they go mid, and you just like that. If Gragas wasn't on mid, you obviously like recall and open mid, right? But since Gragas is on mid lane, you just should recall. I don't think this is useful.
Yeah, I agree.
You are just losing time. And now maybe you even have bad tempo for the Drake and you need to TP. It really depends. The longer you stay, the worse it's gonna get. Okay, let's see what you buy here. Okay. If you needed to stream them up for this, and selling this was not an option for whatever reason, then it would have been good. But I don't think you were staying for this in the map, and you should always insta reset, sell this, and walk back.
Okay.
TP is worth more than 60 gold, right? So just reset, sell your potions, and walk back. Or if you don't need to sell the potions, reset and walk back. You were staying for fun, and now you just lose the Drake. Maybe you don't lose it, but you don't get it for free.
Yeah.
Now they have the vision, they can play it slow. Enemy didn't play it slow, so doesn't matter. But yeah. Here,
You're right though.
Yeah, like here they could play it slow, they could just like gatekeep us a bit, force us to take it a bit later, they get waves meanwhile, all those things. Doesn't really matter, but it's still a bad play. Now you go Drake, that's good, and you go what now? That's good. Yeah, that's good. I don't think you should DPS this crop.
Okay.
I think you just gatekeep them, like just stand here. You gain a bit more vision on this. Like they are not gonna go on you, right? If they go on you, they die.
Right.
So just stay with her. They have no smite, so Drake is always yours. The Scuttle is useless, and I think you should let your Varus get the gold if possible.
Okay.
I mean, if he was bad, then no, but he's decent. I think he's like 4-6, sorry, 4-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he's fine, then let him have the gold. You don't need that much gold for now on. Okay, that's accounting minion gap, but still, like, I mean, here is for sure your fault for not seeing that there are 4 minions, right? Like, it's really clear. But even then, just open up and look. Like, as you see, now this is backed. Like, level 10. I don't believe she's... Okay, she's 11. But as you see, like, sometimes it's really weird, the level differential. Before she was, like, level 9, and was saying level 2, and then level 5. And now level 10 when she's 11. So the level is backed. Focus more on her, like, image. And if the level is insanely weird, then obviously it's also an indicator. But you always kill her here, so it doesn't matter. No, I don't think you should kite. Like, look. Drake is gone. You see Kog'Maw running back. You have ward here. They will always go mid wave, and you have surfing. Jungle is dead. I think you can keep going. I think here it's worth the flip. Like, if Kog'Maw is here, like, okay, you are just too good, you know? Like, okay, you are giving 3 waves in mid, more or less. Tower, complete topside pressure when Baron is up.
Right.
For being 4 bot, for killing Ryze. Okay, like, you are too good, I guess.
Yeah.
It's worth if they are all on bot and you fight to death. Even more with Seraphine. Like, without Seraphine, sure, I could say no, because Lulu's there. Or Lulu could be there. But without Lulu, just go on her. Even if jungle is here, like, it's fine. If jungle is here, first of all, it's a hard 2v2. Right? Like, you are so strong, you have the Seraphine ult, she doesn't have anything else because she already used her full combo. And you saw them on mid lane. Just fight. If jungle is here, maybe you win, maybe you lose. I don't know, depends on how you play it, right? You have flash, they have flash, she also have flash, like, there are a lot of things that happen. I think you should fight it, because even if it goes wrong and you die, Seraphine should never die. And we get top control.
Okay.
So I think here it's worth flipping the fight.
Okay.
And also you for sure win the 1v1.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have thought that.
Okay. Oh wait. Never mind, nah, it's fine. I thought Diego was still on full war, my bad. Didn't, it's a good ult. You win against her, so you just try to get her. and you also are going mid. If this is for Nico, this is a win, okay? Just think about it. Nico has W, she can be here.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I'm saying this
Yeah,
is
it was
good
super
because... I'm saying this is good because you want to go mid.
Mhm.
If you're chasing Nico, don't. But yeah,
Right.
if you were going top, like mid lane, to help your team, then that was good ult. You didn't, but you should have done. Oh, that Seraphine combo was not good. I mean, doesn't matter. Nice. Yeah, like, this is really good for you, the ulting to mid. That's why I said it's good. But yeah, just like, keep in mind that the intention should be always group with your team.
Right.
It should never be fight the Nico that has W. Okay, you need to get better at selecting targets. Like here, this is fine, sure. Focus this and just auto and W these ones.
Okay.
Like, you auto Q fast, and then you don't auto or W this one.
Okay.
Like, if you look at here, you always have your W, and you lose minions when you have it.
Okay.
Yeah, now you are insane on cycling. I think you have it. Now you can win even 1v2 if you play well. I mean, I'm not saying 1v2 like you get ganked and the Viego is inside of you, right? I'm saying you guide them with face rush and play it low. Obviously, if you get W by Viego, you are dead instantly.
Yeah.
I don't want you to go on your next game and try to 1v3 in their face. But yeah, you can for sure play it aggressive.
If I win the 1v3, you know I'm clipping it and sending it to you.
I don't think you'd win.
I don't think I would either.
But this is really good. Splitting body is really good. You just need to be on point with your TPs. Like, well, first of all, keep in mind you should tap and check Nico. She's level 10, now she's level 12, so you should know that she's a minion.
Right.
Like, look, see? Like, 1 level difference, sure, I can understand it, you maybe miss it. 2 levels, it's too much. Like, you should know always that she is a minion on that point. But now I think this is completely useless. Like, you're not a minion anymore, look at your EP. Right?
Okay.
You hit like 6 minions. Go on tower.
Okay.
Everyone is on the map. Like, here, this is good. You're going to like Fog of War, and you should be looking here, topside, right?
Okay.
Now, the moment you see Nico mid lane, the top fight is over. You are not gonna fight when this is like the situation, right? You don't want to TP for tier 1 because your team is gonna die. Like, even if you TP, your team is gonna die before you TP because now they are dead. You arrive now. Look, you will not kill anyone.
Yeah.
Just push. You don't go mid because it's int. Gragas should go mid, and you stay bot, and you trade tier 2 bot and waves for your tier 1 top, and then you just catch your tier 2.
Okay.
Even if you need to TP for tier 2, it's worth. But now you don't have time to get this tower.
Yeah.
Like, look, you now deal damage, right? Like, this is fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's maybe 15 autos. It's a lot, sure, but it's doable. Like, it takes 30 seconds, more, maybe, to take this tower. A bit more, probably, but it's not like 1 minute like before, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah. This is fine, obviously. Like, the moment you see they are leaving top, you just instantly run back. So that's good. I think you even stay a bit longer than you should, but it's whatever. I mean, the thing is, now you want to go in, sure, that's good. You go in, that's good. They get tower, and they can do those 2 things, right? Push or leave. They should get this wave and then evaluate the situation. You're here, so they should go bot. Now the thing is, staying now is fine. Now you need to run. They are not in the wave. They are not showing. If they didn't show, they need to do something, right? Maybe you have a ward here, and Mordekaiser is TPing here. Like, I'm just saying, sometimes this is bad. I don't think on this game it's bad. You have phase rush and you win 1v1 against Mordekaiser because you just like run and you never die. But keep in mind that you need to have information on these wards, on their TPs and where they are. But this game is for sure good to stay there. Like I said before, I think you should always try to punish them being top by pushing bot. Now you go mid, that's also good. Keep in mind that you want to go mid into bot lane again. Now you don't really care what you go. Now you want to defend. Now you just want to be with your team and defend. You should reset now. You don't have anything to do. Even if you just like, I don't know, buy an Amptom or something, it's fine.
Okay.
Like the thing is, when this happens, you don't have time to do anything. You can't go top. You can't go bot. Mid is pushed. You don't have time to do anything. So unless you want to put some wards, like here or here, staying is useless. Like just reset and get something. And if you literally have nothing to get, then okay, stay on the map. But even like a pink ward for this bush is worth enough. This bush is the only bush I think it's worth having a pink ward in like every game. When you don't have towers and they are pushing, this is the only bush in the game where I think if your support does not want to buy here, like a control here, you can do it and it's like fine. I think the rest of the pinks are never worth it for you to buy. Like your team can buy them, sure, you're fine with that, you don't care. It's information you can use. But you never want to buy pings for something. I mean, if you're playing against Shaco or Evelyn or something like that, sure. 1 ping, 2 pings, 3 pings in a game, it's fine. More than that, it's obviously not good, but 3 pings is fine. But yeah, I mean, here, I think you are delaying a lot. You're going on lanes. Here, this is good, and taking this ward is good. But now you should insta-go mid. Gragas should never show bot. You go mid, and you try to control mid. You really check this, by the way. Like, she's already a minion, and you need to be scared. You need to think that she can be a minion. You need to think about it. Like, the good thing about tapping is that for me and for like the players that did this on my team, it also reminds you that she is a minion. Because when you tap, you automatically look at her and it's, oh, true, she can be. So it's like a reminder, you know? You're not actively thinking about it, you just like have this mental check that you do because your brain does it. But this is good. You're on mid lane, on the mid wave. You're a bit late, as said. I think that you should already be on mid. I don't think you never go here. Like, look. If they group all mid, 5, Gunplan top, Kragasak here, you can never walk on mid. They walk here, how can you enter? Are you gonna walk through this? Like,
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, you never can walk to a Kokmo. So yeah, now the enemy team is the one who wins. Like now, what you do here is good, right? You're trying to get back to mid. The problem is that you were not in mid in the first place, but this is good. Like you being on mid lane to defend the tower is good. It's just that you were a bit late. Now you obviously have man advantage, so you go and push mid. That's really good. You should try to keep pushing mid. This next wave, you need to secure it. Like even if you give Drake, you need to get the next wave. One Cloud Drake, when it's minute 24, it's useless. Like if they have 3 Drakes, then it's good. because this Cloud is like Cloud Soul is pretty broken on their champs. Like Kog'Maw gets a lot of move speed all the time. Nico with Cloud Soul activates when she presses it, not when it like deals damage. So she runs you down with her ult being activated. It's so broken. Mordekaiser just like obviously sticks on you and everything. So third Drake, get it. Second Drake, you don't give a flying fuck. Like it's useless. And you should never be on bot. You should always play on this mid wave and then open them up.
Okay.
Because they have Nashor. If they get mid push and they know they are 4v4 on mid because they see you on bot, they will go mid. So what changes? Like she said, okay, what changed? They have Nashor, they are pushing mid, and you cannot answer. So wait, sorry. So by you going bot, you make the game be the same as if Nico was alive.
Right.
Just go mid, get
that's
wave.
a good point.
Yeah, just go mid, get wave, and then go bot.
Okay.
Against Nashor, your number one priority is Nashor doesn't get ahead.
Okay.
If Nashor makes the play be even, you're really happy with that. Because Nashor should be like insane Nashor power play, you know, on pro play they always are like Nashor power play 8k gold.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And now, as you see, your team tried to fight mid wave. They can't. Like your team tried to do the correct thing, it's just that Gragas and you are inting.
Yeah.
Both of you are inting your team. Like they are angry and they should be angry. Now you lose the waves.
I think, yeah, I think you're right. Like the game's probably like I think that's the game-ending play right there because we just do a lot more of that, and like I'm not really with the team.
I mean, look at this.
As much as I should be.
You're even on gold right now. Even after Baron, you're even on gold. After this play, right? Let's check when it ends because it's like now. You're 2k behind, and they got the soul like the Drake.
Right.
They got 2k gold ahead when you were even after Baron. So it's not only Baron, which is already like not great, obviously to give, but it's not your fault. It's this play. Like this play is what breaks it a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, now the game is really slow. You can't do much. Just group mid, open through mid, and that's it. Like you have no real like side quest or something. You don't want to full split push. Okay, this is bad. Like look at your vision.
Yeah, right.
You have giant holes on your vision. You can never like open through side. You need to always open mid. Like I don't know if you know like league concepts like openings or things like that, but like open is when you get out of base where you go, right?
Okay.
So open mid always. When I say something and you don't understand what it means, just ask it by the way. I'm so used to like using these concepts. But yeah, like open mid, control mid, and then slowly develop vision towards one side.
Okay.
So if you want to play for this side, open mid, control mid, 4 people mid. I mean, perfect is 5 people mid, right? You go 5 people mid, push mid, control one side of the map, and start to play for this side, for example.
Okay.
They have control of the map. They should have vision, so you cannot control it. But you just like deny their control, right?
Right.
You make it even. So at least now you have 1 wave and 2 waves to farm. And when this wave gets on the tower, you get it.
Okay.
If you do this where you come here and you come here and you come here, they will always have control over all of this area. So you can not get these waves because they can just like kill you, you know, if you do this.
Right. Yeah.
So then suddenly they have this map. When you can have this map. I mean, keep in mind that it's like this, right? This
Right,
is way
yeah.
more than this. So yeah, this is good. You open mid. Gangplank is also doing good. He's going mid. You push mid. Now you stay on mid. You play next wave on mid lane. Gangplank is also mid. You play 5-man next wave mid. And then you develop one side. In my opinion, you play for this side because it has the tier 1.
Okay.
This side has no tier 1s, right? So it's a really long lane. So like if wave bounces, it takes a really long time. So it's like even if you control this side,
right, yeah.
You will not come here, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
So you always go for the shorter lane.
Okay.
I mean, if it's an objective, you go for the objective, right? But like if Dragon is up and it's soul and there is no Baron, you always play for this.
Right.
Even if this lane is more important, the objective is more important than the lane.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, now like what should happen now is you lose mid prio and then you lose side prio because you lost mid prio.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, you're right. I was too like focused on split pushing, than just grouping with team.
Yeah, Mordekaiser can now be here or here. They have 5-man on Fog of War. If they walk here, you get this wave, to then go back mid, because you can do it here. So you're like, sure, you get one wave, but I prefer you to give up one wave than to be completely split of the team and.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like dying to a gank, right? Because you're so strong, you have your ult, you have a lot of HP. Like you have 3.1k HP. It's a lot. You're a tank.
Right.
But the problem is your team is not tank. And the vision is a lot of resources because jungle vision means jungle camps.
Right.
So even if this is good for you, because it's good for you, it's really fucking bad for your team and for your jungle. Like all your laners now are really sad, and your jungle is really sad. Like again, this word is so selfish. Like you understand this, no? This is so selfish.
Yeah.
This is only for yourself because you want to be here and you want to not die. Like first of all, this word should be here. If you want to be selfish. But you should never be selfish. You should always play with your team.
Right.
Because by playing with your team, you also get more gold. You cannot walk up here. You have one ward. You don't have 3. If you have 3, you put one like here, other like here, other like here, other like here, you know? And sure, you're safe. But you don't have 20 wards.
Right.
You should also have the white, like the blue ward, by the way, the long vision one.
Okay. I think I get it there, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's a bit late. But yeah, like you don't have 20 wards, so you can never split push. So this is already useless. You cannot go here. And even if you can split push, you're getting one wave, maybe 2 waves.
Right.
Your team is losing all of this. You will never regain control of this. Because if they start putting pings like here and here, they sweep all of this, and they put 20,000 wards here, you can never walk back. Like you can't walk. You will just be on your base, bleeding resources everywhere.
Right.
Because once you push, you need to understand you can't be here. So even if you push, someone will just come, they will push again and then swap. So you will also lose waves while they are pushing.
Right.
So then you will just lose all control on top lane. They will get all your camps on spawn. You will never walk up, and then you will just only get waves on this spot. By giving this, you win all of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, this is really good. Just group. It's late, but it's good. Holy fuck. Whoa, what's the damage?
Yeah. He's giga
fed. I mean, yeah, he's going full damage, but wow.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, always like do this, right? Like I just forgot to say this, but just go
Okay.
through this.
Mm.
Like you have 3 people on top. If they fight on mid, you are fucked. So.
Okay.
How much damage did he do? Like. Okay.
A lot.
Yeah, but like you even hit him and he takes no damage.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Okay. I guess I will tell my jungler to go full DPS Diego and fuck it.
Mm-hmm. Right?
I mean, Trinity is broken, but
Mm-hmm.
holy.
Yeah. I was like, huh?
Yeah, I am shocked too. By the way, try to look more for TPs. I don't
Okay.
think you could have TP'd a lot more. I just think like in the replay, right? If it was your point of view, you should be looking always for like these fights.
Right.
Because maybe if you TP here, you can kill someone or you can help your team survive or something like that.
Okay.
I don't think you can, but you need to be able to do it, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like if your team needs it, you need to instantly do it.
Okay.
But I just give the tower, that's fine. Enemy team is playing the Baron like the pressure pretty well to gauge.
Mm-hmm.
They were absolute dog shit on the early game, but their map on mid game is not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on faster.
Yeah.
Because
It's
it's just like getting waves, AFK.
yeah.
Varus is dead. I mean, now the game is pretty
Yeah.
cancer to play. Like if you don't synchronize yourselves and you like play as a team and go all mid, open through mid,
Right.
and do those things, it's unplayable. You have
Yeah.
no control over the map. Like this is just a macro gap. Your support was really bad on vision, but you also made the game way harder.
Right.
And yeah, this is just like a bit of a spacing gap, nothing too crazy. Like he runs a lot, so happens.
Mm-hmm.
But here, always run with your team, right? Like
Okay.
they run here, you run here. They run here, you run here.
Okay.
Because now you're completely alone. If your team is here, they can build you, like Gragas ult, and then you just run. But if Gragas needs ult only for you, when no one else can hit, like he feels so bad, no? Like he ults for you, just don't die. Bomba. Holy.
Bomba.
Yeah,
I know.
that was a big bomba.
Yeah, I was like really sad that I got caught there because like if I just like one EQ right and aced, but yeah, it was Bomba and sad that I mispositioned there.
I mean, your gangplank is really bad, so I think this game is mainly on him.
It's basically over. They get Baron and they push to end, I think.
I mean, I just want to see now how you open this. Obviously, open here bot is good. Now you go on with mid. You give up mid. Okay, this is really bad. Like you need to make up your mind. Either you go mid or you stay bot.
Okay.
But if you look here, you go mid into bot, into mid, into bot, into mid, into bot.
Right. Okay.
Like I don't care if a fight is going on right now. Like if a fight is going on, just ult.
Okay.
But you cannot like walk everywhere. You're so slow here.
Okay.
Like if the fight breaks now.
Right. Okay.
So 55. You see, like
Yeah.
8 seconds when the fight was right on you.
Yeah.
Like if you are tilted and don't want to fight and just go to like side lanes, okay, but commit for it. It's not good.
Yeah.
You should fight with your team. Like your team is getting engaged on, they are inting on your team, but at least push because you just lost 8 seconds, 9 seconds.
Yeah.
Like look the wave. The wave is the same. It's pushing out.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose waves and waves and waves. If you're down to kill your team for this, at least fully push this.
Okay.
You should always not walk here, just walk mid. Like your job here is not allow them to come mid, so you can push mid into developing sides.
Okay.
Trading is not good for you. Kog'Maw outranges you so hard. You want to push wave into living. If he uses W, you go back, like on you.
Okay.
What you do is you walk up here, like on this vision. Like look. You keep walking with wave. Here. If they walk here, you hit them. If Kog'Maw walks to you, he activates W. The moment he activates W, you run back. You get 1-2 autos, sure, it's like this HP. Kog'Maw is OP, I know. That happens. And then you just like let him push. And once his W is out, you walk back into him, because him without W is not a champ.
Okay.
But you shouldn't like just give complete mid prio, because now they walk up to mid freely, and he doesn't need to use W.
Okay.
I mean, he could like Mordekaiser here, Kog'Maw here, and they push, right? I know why he's so scared. They should be 3 people on mid lane and push mid. They're playing too slow. Okay, this is good. You now are playing for Baron, vision, and control. This is the moment where side lanes are basically useless, right? You perma-play on mid lane.
Yeah.
Your camp plan is so bad. Okay, and you inted.
Yeah, I hardcore inted, yeah.
Yeah. Like, sure, this camp plan is terrible, but first of all, tab, right? Like, she's at least 16.
Yep.
Oh, she's 15 still. What the fuck? Okay, she's so behind in levels. But even then, like, if you tap, you will see her, like, icon.
Right.
Like, if you look here, it shows. If she's on vision, this will be like this, you know, like the same as Kog'Maw.
Right.
They will have the same like vision, and it's really easy to compare it in game. Like compare, it's so easy, it's so fast.
Okay.
So yeah, now you die on mid lane, that's really bad, and now you just lose the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this game it was not bad. It's just that there are a lot of fundamentals that are lacking, and it feels like on both games we watched, it was more the enemy player being so fucking bad that gives you for free the lane, because they are literally AFK, scared, like they are scared of pressing Q on you, but you are not even getting as much as you should.
Okay.
Like
How do I
go.
How do I get better at that?
I mean, I think this replay shows a lot of things. Like, I don't think you should be able to win this game unless you are like insanely talented Ryze player. But I think there are a lot of things that will change from game to game, right? Like, sure, maybe this game you lose, but maybe you'll win 70% of the rest of the games if you did all reset. Like, reset on good timers, play the lane with specific goals, ward because you know where enemy jungle is, track the enemies, like all those things. And especially the mid game, this game was really, really bad. Your mid game was very bad. You played way too selfish on side lane.
Okay.
Like if you check Beifeng, for example, like this is just random, I know, but I just want to show you one thing. Kijana, yeah. I mean, I don't want a montage. I want a real game. me check it. Okay, yeah, this. Kiana versus Tristana, for example. Like, you will see him on mid game, he's perma grouped and not farming. Like, he never goes for side waves. Like, look, he just comes bot because the enemy team is on bot, so he like obviously goes against the enemy ADC. He gets one creep, he then gets this wave, right? He will not keep pushing. He just instantly pushes the fight. Okay? What happens after the fight? They win the fight because Beifeng is there. If not, like Luca Filios, or like he dies and they don't die. Like Nar for sure that gets double kill here, right?
Right.
So Beifeng just got the team one kill and one person surviving. Now he goes mid. He sees that he cannot get mid, so he just leaves mid. He doesn't even try to get the wave. He's just trying to like play the map as like he can. Goes on side, push side. Perfect. Now he resets. He's not playing selfish. Like if you're selfish, you stay here.
Right.
He's not. He's just like insta resetting, opening the map, roaming with the team. And this is what you should have done on this game, or like mid to late game, right? Obviously, this is like an assassin. Assassin is not like mage. But my point is, assassins are known for playing on side lanes, pushing and then grouping mid, right?
Right.
Okay, so if this guy is playing like this, don't you think that every mage player should also play like this? Because mage players, like mages, are dog shit on side lanes. And he's perma grouping with the team fighting. He's not catching a lot of waves. Like he gives top tower, he gives a lot of resources. Because the map is not playable if he's not doing this. Like how is the map playable for the enemy team right now? Look. They have one person in top, we have one person in bot. But we are 4 mid. We just get your everything. Like you cannot answer.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is why playing on 2 lanes is so OP. Because whoever has mid push and then transitions the mid push into 1 lane push controls the map. Like Beifeng got mid tower, bot tower, and bot tier 2 tower for tier 1 tower. Just because Tristana don't group. Sure, like now that like they are inting, right? Like they die on mid lane and now they give tier 2. But they should be tier 1, tier 2 on mid lane, tier 1 on bot lane, tier 2 on bot lane for tier 1. Because you go mid, push mid, get the tier 2 tower, allow this to push, go back here with 1 or 2 person, like people, and then you have 3 people bot, 2 people top, they are up mid, and they have 1 person top. Like, you need to understand the league is a mathematic game. Like, you have 1 person, you lose. You have like 2 people, you win. You cannot play alone. Especially playing mages. Like, especially playing mages. Ryze is a bit different, right? Like, you win a lot of 1v1s and things. But still, like, you saw how your map was unplayable. You were even on gold with the enemy team and your map was unplayable, right?
Right.
You had no vision, you had never pushed, like, you didn't have anything. So, you really need to focus on that. My main points are that you need to improve your farming, obviously. Like, you have way too low CS per minute. And most of those come from missing CSs. Like, I don't think you played bad in the, like... I mean, you did 1 bad rotation, right? You lose, like, 2 waves. Sure. 12 minions are nothing in the whole game. They are, like, 0.1 more creeps per minute. It's nothing.
Yeah.
So you, like, lack... fundamentals in lane of last hitting, of like trading, spacing, and like it's not trading and spacing. It's like you are a bit scared of walking up when you can, and you are not positioning yourself in lane to the side where you need to sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. and yeah, you just look like the main issue is you lose a lot of creeps.
Okay.
So my first thing to say is you need to work on farming more, like in lane. And then the second thing is obviously like we talked about the how you should play the lane. You should always think this before the game. You should never not know what you want to do because like it felt like you had no idea even on the replay. It was like I think she wins and then level 3 I think I win. It's really not like that. Like it's fine to have an idea of like I win, she wins, but it's not only that. Like you need to think about who has push, who has the trades. Like I said, Victor wins against Ryze until late, but Ryze has push, so it doesn't matter. Ryze will trade his HP for push. So you just like say, okay, I lose, but I push, so my lose is useless for you.
Right.
And this is important on Ryze. Like this is really important on Ryze. And then, yeah, like not flipping the roamings. There was a good roam, a really bad roam, and then there were like little roams that you were face checking bushes randomly on river, which were really bad.
Right.
So think more about that. I don't want you to be stable, right? I even told you like a lot of times you need to move. Like when you were hitting tower, when you were sitting on mid, you need to move. But you need to move on timers. You were not moving where you need to move, and you were moving when you can't move.
Okay.
But I don't think that's as important right now. My main issue is like your farming, and your like map awareness in general, like where you position in lane, and then also like your openings on mid game are too greedy. You are too greedy. You need to have the blue trinket and play with team. You cannot play like one man army.
Okay.
But that's basically it. I mean, I couldn't see anything like actual fights, so I can't tell you much about it. It's just that one thing that is important is that, for example, on the third Drake, I believe it was, I told you need to reset TP and play Drake. You didn't do it, you just stayed. That's fine. You stayed. But if you don't stay there and you like want to reset, you fucked up your team. Right. So it's fine that you stay. Like there is no good or bad play there, because on League a lot of things are like if enemy does one thing, it's good. If it does another thing, it's bad. So it's not up to you. It's like a chance, you know. It's like percentage. Like for example, if I have a Travian and Samira lane on bot lane, I will pass bot. If the enemy jungle goes top and kills my Ornn Gragas, well, unlucky, you know.
Right.
Like Gragas is doing well playing aggressive on that lane. Like the enemy jungle is hinting. So that, for example, is a good play that was bad for the game because you died. So I don't want you to like just think that plays are good or bad based on how they end or anything like that. I want you to like deeply think about, okay, why did this happen? So for example, on this lane, maybe after the game you have the thought of like, she wins push level 1 to 3 because she pushed, and then I win push because I win push. Like in the game, it happened like that. Reality is not like that at all. Reality is she hard wins lane and hard trace on you, and she fucks on you so hard you can't even lane.
Yeah.
Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At level 8, like at level 8, it's so late in the game, you are giga behind, but you can start playing. You start playing the game at level 8. It did not go this way, but you need to know it's this way. Like every trade showed this. So you need to understand those things.
Okay.
Like the only way for you to improve on your own is to start understanding these things. And for understanding these things, you need to like have a plan, right? Because if you have a plan and you see that the plan did not go as it should have gone, then something went wrong. For example, in this game, maybe the plan is I'm gonna allow Nico to push 1 and 2 waves, then on third wave I hard push back. Maybe this game works, so you say, oh, good plan. Next game you play against another Nico, you do the same, she's not bad, you lose the game because you get stomped on lane. That's good, you're learning. Like you have a plan, they show it's a bad plan, great. Your plan is not good. Now you know it. Now you can adapt your plan.
Okay.
But I want to like make you able to improve by yourself. Like that's the main goal, right?
Mhm.
So for example, you said this game you didn't know what to do different. I don't think you can win the game, but I think it's really clear that you can do a lot of things way better.
Yeah.
And the most key parts are not face checking, not inting on the river for nothing because you inted, like you didn't get punished, but you inted.
Yeah.
And not being so greedy. You're so selfish on side lane.
Okay.
So yeah, like I want you like I say all of this because I want you to start being able to do these things on your own. Like I want you to be able to know what happened when you review your game. Like that should be the goal of all coaching sessions with everyone, right? You not improve on your gameplay, you improve on your game knowledge, so then you can improve your gameplay on your own. Because if you need to pay 70 euros for every week, that's fucked. No one wants to pay 70 euros for playing a free video game, right?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, the goal always should be these things. So I want you to like review this review basically, and like try to write down all the things that you think are important for you or you think you learned, and put them on like your improvement plan that you have and all of those things.
Okay.
And yeah, that's more or less it.
Okay.
Do you have any question or something?
How do I get good at this game?
I mean, I think it was fine. I don't think you played bad. I think the enemy was playing terrible, so I would need to see you against a decent enemy, right?
Yeah.
But you for sure did more this game than Nico. So if you played against this Nico, like if this Nico is, let's say, gold 1, and you are gold 1, and you play 100 times, one against the other, you should win, like 70% of the times, or 60% of the times, something like that. So it's not bad that you lose this game if you learn and get better.
Yeah. I just like... It's frustrating because I feel like I agree with you like completely. Like CS, I am not good at it, and then there's like all these other things that I have to do as well, and like it's a lot, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's why I want you to like go step by step. I want you to like focus on laning phase, farming, and knowing where to position. And then on mid game, focus on not being selfish. I don't want you to tell you a lot of things. Like I'm not telling you to track the enemy support and the enemy jungle and the enemy top laner and the waves. No, that's too much. I want you to seize well, know where to position based on the general game understanding. Like jungle should be top side, so I'm gonna be bot side. And on mid game, like just play with your team basically.
Okay.
Like it should be pretty easy to start doing these three things. So those should be your actual goals right now. Like as always, as we said all the other times, after playing one game, go on replay, check what you did, check what happened, try to be like analytical, not result based. Like try to see the fundamentals of the game, not how it turned out. For example, the roam on bot, the first one was good, the second one was terrible, and the roams on river were terrible because you should lose all your HP. So so yeah, it's not like try to be objective and critical with every click you do, every ward you take, like all those things. Don't focus on them too much, as I said. Especially in game. In game, focus mainly on what I said. But on review, try to be hard, you know? Like, if you did something wrong, then go hard on yourself and say, okay, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad.
Okay.
And yeah, like, if you play only 1, 2, 3 games a day, because you are reviewing and you are improving your game quality, that's like 10 times better than playing a lot and not reviewing and those things.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's all for me. I don't know if you have any question or something.
I don't think I do.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. It's always a pleasure to work with you.
Oh, thanks. It is likewise. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for all the help.
Nah, it's like you're paying for this, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, still cool.
Nice. I'm gonna stop the recording now, okay?
Okay.